Hello everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Hallowed RPG channel here on Twitch and YouTube. I am your DM for the night, Richard, with the campaign Eye of the Storm. Say happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
For sure.
So last we left our adventures, you guys were in the city of Sugod in the North Ward of the Kingdom of Ilari on the continent of Barud. You had successfully stopped the assassination of Count Linnaeus, kind of recently appointed leader of the city, at his regalia party, and found that the Stonewater Manor was under siege. He asked you to retrieve the magistrate from the Stone Pit prisons and return her so that the trial could be held for your newfound ally and friend and possible love interest for our resident barbarian Hal, the Blue Nightingale, Marisol, as she was connected to the criminal organization that seemed to be responsible, at least somewhat, for the assassination attempt. You guys made your way to the Stone Pits prison through a long unused underground passage that connected the manor house of the ruler of the city to the prisons. Found the prison emptied and infested with strange plant-like vines on the walls. After saving some people who were left alive, a guardsman, Jasper, and a appearing prisoner, Rasul, you guys found out that the infestation has coming from the drink, the isolated area where they threw troublesome prisoners, where a recently imprisoned druid-like figure was thrown in. You guys made your way down there, fought this corrupted druid entity, and ended up saving the magistrate, and made your way back to Stonewater Manor. So the journey took a little while in the Underdark, as the directions were not quite as clear as the guard captain had made the scene. You guys did make your way back to Stonewater Manor, where you had found that during your absence, the Count had once again been killed after you had revived him in the first assassination attempt, and at the hands no less of your ally, the Blue Nightingale. Distraught, the party waited for the Blue Nightingale's trial by Magistrate Faust, during which there are some incongruities with her story, an apparent way that the Blue Nightingale was trying to lay blame on Sir Giles and possibly even the Duke, or imply it at least, that the Duke might be responsible. And with your guys' knowledge of the plot to steal Sir Giles' rings, things didn't quite seem to add up. And at the urging of Fenthwick, a recess was called for during the trial, at which point he ushered the party down into the manor's small holding cells where the Blue Nightingale was held. Confused a little bit, the party followed and went down, and after the guards questioned why they were there without any authority, the guards seemed to try to leave the area after the party insisted that they call the magistrate. A brief scuffle ensued where the guards were knocked out, although some party members not sure why they were fighting the guards, and the cell next door to where the Blue Nightingale was held was opened to reveal a hooded and bound figure. Hal rushed in, grabbed the figure, and undid the hood to reveal Marisol, the Blue Nightingale, gagged. He removed the gag, and weeping in Hal's arms at being rescued, he planted a kiss.
I mean, we could just make it clear. I had no idea what was going on. Like it wasn't some members. It was Jordan. Jordan was so confused.
I was trying to be democratic about it. Okay.
No, man. I was not in the zone that session. I appreciate everyone else knowing what the hell was going on.
No, I don't think everyone knew what was going on. I think
pretty sure we all followed Sir Marindale. Pretty sure.
Yeah, Sir Marindale. So the Enil had managed to quickly make her way towards the magistrate during the scuffle with the guards and brought the magistrate down. The magistrate, first confused of why they were trying to free the prisoner, Fenthwick and Belladin urged her to look in the cell where the Blue Nightingale was supposed to be held. She did, and there, standing there, was another Blue Nightingale. After which, through magical means of attack, it was revealed that this Nightingale who had killed the Count and confessed was actually a doppelganger. Halbar had then urged Magistrate to leave with them and seek safety outside of Stonewater Manor, fearing that the Magistrate's life might also be in danger. And that's where we left off. You guys had just carried out the death sentence for the doppelganger Blue Nightingale. You are in the basement, small dungeon area of Stonewater Manor.
Do we go back to Anil's place, or where do we go, Sir Marindale?
Is the magistrate still with us?
She also explained that she thanked you guys for uncovering this plot and revealing the truth, and that the Duke would be there in a few days, as Commander Ian of the City Watch had called for him as soon as pretty much the first assassination attempt went down, and that the Duke and his probably a company of the Northwards Legion would be there in a few days.
Magistrate, might I have a few moments in private to confer with my associates?
Of course, I'll just be up the stairs a little bit, also to make sure that no other inquiring parties might make way there down here. If you hear any loud talking, please make your way up. I'm not exactly the most fastidious fighter.
Okay.
And she makes her way.
So, addressing the rest of the party, say, so everyone's happy with the outcome here? Evil plot foiled, Nightingale saved, we look the shit in front of the magistrate. Everyone's happy with that? Yes?
I would say so. I'm not really sure what went on last night before, all those other people. And then when me and Belladin went out there, we saw some like weird looking creatures dipping in and out of the smoke. Kind of looked like when Belladin was flying, but they weren't flying.
Yeah, there's still a lot that we need to take care of, but this seems wrapped up pretty well.
Not quite. Glad you're all happy because, see, now it's sort of time to pay the bill. I have a small confession to make. I didn't exactly puzzle out this plot using just the sweat of my brow. I had a little help. And I now owe a favor to the individual that helped me. And since you all benefited, I fully expect your support in this endeavor.
Is it
we can't
nearby here?
Oh, it's very nearby here. We can't leave, in fact. We have to go back down into the crypts to that area that we avoided and free something that's down there. He wasn't too clear about it. Was some sort of knight that's down there we need to free.
Ooh.
That's about all the information I got. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Anil can take the magistrate to her house?
If that is what the group wishes and thinks is the best plan, then I will be happy to oblige.
Look, I can feel your gaze. What is it? Spit it out.
I'm ready to go, Penswick.
Yeah, I didn't like it down there, but if this is the price we have to pay,
wasn't my first choice either. But a deal's a deal. So, break.
DM, did we get a rest?
During the trial, you guys got a rest when you were in the drink still and leveled up to 8, and then you guys went out, and then you've made your way back to the manor, and then there was an hour kind of rest. So you had a short rest. The trial happened, and then Fenswick called for the recess, and when you guys went down here. So whatever spells you guys marked off during the scuffle with the guards, and also blasting the doppelganger.
I feel good.
I'm not at full capacity, but I could swing it.
Yeah, I have lots of spells at my command, so
That would mean I think I'm full up.
Yeah, I have all my wild shapes. I'm only missing 2 level 4 and 1 level 2 for some reason.
Moonbeam or something?
I have 2 level 4s, 1 level 3, and 1 level 2 that I have used, and I do not remember how, but it is what it is.
Unless somebody has used I used any of my spells since the last rest, and I don't think I was here in the last rest. If
So
somebody
you
could
went
tell me.
invisible.
I went invisible? Okay.
You guys are having this discussion. What would you like to do?
So, I suppose Neil should, or we should inform the magistrate of our decision and tell her we will meet up with her later.
So you guys call the magistrate back down?
Oh, we go out to meet her.
So you guys discussed what you've needed to discuss then?
We did. We need to take care of something, and we will meet up with you a bit later. My friend here, Neil, will take you to her residence, which I believe was our plan.
Anil, if you'll be accompanying me, I'd feel safer, of course. There are a few guards. I will need to assign them to guard duty down here and explain that the trial will be on hold while new evidence is being explored and gathered. I can say that that is what you all are leading me to, and that absolutely no one other than who I'm assigned is to speak with the Blue Nightingale. Does that sound agreeable?
Sounds good. Also, we'll need someone with the keys to the crypt to accompany us for a moment.
I can have that arranged, I'm sure. Commander Ian, he's good at his duties, but the task of ruling the city is a bit much for him. He's a bit overwhelmed. Shall I go with you, or have the guard meet you down at the crypts?
Oh, just have him meet us down there.
Very well. Well, come with me, my dear. I feel safer already having you by my side. And she heads up the rest of the way with the stairs with Anil.
Are you going to go with them, or are you going to stay here, or where do you think you're going to go, Marisol?
I don't know if I want to leave your side, Hal, but whatever you think is safer.
You should probably go with Anil. We're going down in the dungeons below. Look at Benthwick, the crypts, he said. It's probably not safe down there.
Very well. I trust you, and if anything happens, I trust you to save me. And she gives you another kiss, and then rushes off after Anil and the magistrate.
All right, let's go.
So you guys make your way. It's actually not too far. You just got to go up the stairs, down the hallway, down another set of stairs. And there are two guards there, the same two that were originally there just a few hours ago. We don't have the keys if you need to go back.
Yeah, the keys are on their way.
I see. And they just kind of like stand there awkwardly, like not knowing how, like, where exactly you guys fit in the power dynamics of the city at the moment. Just they know that you somehow outrank them. After a few moments, another guard comes running. I've been ordered by the magistrate to unlock the crypts for the mercenaries here. Yeah, we figured. And he goes and unlocks the crypt.
Now I'll address all the guards and go, now look, we're going to be back shortly. When I knock on this door, I don't expect any nonsense about who is it or who goes there or any of your guard nonsense. I expect you to open the door. Are we clear?
Yeah, crystal. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Lock the door after us.
All right. So the door is open. You guys make your way down.
Yep. Pop open my gem of brightness. Throw my shield on my back.
All right. Just to show you guys where you're walking through again, let's go to the crypt. So you guys enter the crypt, and the stairs are ahead of you. Hal activates his gem of brightness.
And it's deleted.
Yeah.
Out of existence. No.
Let me know.
Nice.
No?
Yeah, I can see.
I can see.
Little one, are you going to take the lead? Or do you want me to be up front with my gesture?
We can go together.
All right.
I mean, we cleared out most of this place.
Okay.
Not exactly certain what we're going to encounter down here. The only instructions I were to free the knight in the crypt, and that I was told he would not harm me. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
Gem brightly at my head and let everybody kind of walk in front of me so they don't get blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light. You guys
It's really
make your
hard
way.
not to do that.
Yeah, down the stairs, and you see once again the crypts in front of you with the broken kind of tombs and statues and crumbled floor. I mean, you guys were just here a few hours ago, so you know not to go left here.
What's left over there?
I mean, you guys want, if you want to, you can.
Yeah, I
don't know
assume
if
it's
I
in the
trust
place. It's in the space we didn't go in when we were last here.
You make your way to the right again, here, going down this hallway, and you see the undead creatures that you had defeated. Their rotted corpses still lying there on the floor as you enter one of the main chambers. And it is here where Poppy first went left. And you guys make your way down once again. And Poppy, taking the lead again, you once again see a faint glow of kind of reddish light coming from the corner up ahead, around the corner to the right. You guys continue.
That's why we're down here.
So you see once again, Poppy, as you make your way around the corner, a large stone chamber with stone pillars from floor to ceiling and intricate scrawling along the entryway. You also see around the corner the faint glow coming off the floor, as you can make out some strange markings and magical symbols. And standing there, silent, weapon, blade pointed down, hands on the hilt, just standing there silent, a fairly large, not a large creature, but a large humanoid knighted figure with a blazing sword, dark blackened armor, but that has kind of, which glows around the edges on the seams. So it's almost, there's like a fire inside, and just deep blackness within the helm, but there's two burning embers where eyes would be.
Did you say that there was an inscription?
Yeah, along the entryway.
Can I try reading it?
Sure. You use your Helm of Comprehend Languages. It's not a language, although the mode is probably, it is Draconic. These are magical runes.
Would
I
I be
really-
able to discern them? I know Draconic. Sorry.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not so much it's not language. It's they're magical runes.
So, do they make any sense to me?
Roll me an Arcana check. 14. You know it's for an enchantment, and you're not sure the exact spell, but you know it does come from the school of enchantment. And it's not like this is like a hidden runes or scrawling. These are visible.
Well, I suppose there's nothing for it. Why don't you guys hang back for a moment and let me get the lay of the land, since they only said it wouldn't attack me.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Be safe.
If I scream really loud, come running.
Okay.
As soon as you cross the threshold, the runes glow, and a loud voice. Halt! I have ordered this crypt sealed. Go no further. This fiendish creature poses no harm. This is your last warning. Go no further.
Where does the voice seem to be coming from?
It's echoing, coming from all sides of the chamber. And then you remember, I'm trying to remember the exact spell.
Magic mouth or something?
Yeah. You realize that's the scrolling on the entryway.
Yeah. Well, I continue on anyway.
As you continue forward, the voice once again, you have been warned. There shall be no disturbances to my beloved. The cubbies on the side of the crypt that hold corpses start to rattle, and bones start flying from them and gathering. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please. As you continue forward, these bone creatures, they're vaguely humanoid shaped, but there's like extra arms, and they're have like two femurs, and they're just not quite exactly human shaped or human proportioned.
Mine was 2116 as well. It just lagged twice.
Okay. Yours is 21. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So you actually get to go first, Hal.
I yell out, Finthic, what do we see? And I run in. I go 40 feet.
Bones.
Is that a place where I'm at? Is that a thing?
Yep. I'll say you can go there. It's the.
Yeah, if you don't want, I can go there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bonus action rage. I'll set my hammer down and take a javelin out and throw it. 23 for 10 damage. And I guess that's my go.
You don't have a second javelin?
I can't pull it out and throw it because I already
Yeah.
pulled one out.
Gotcha.
You need a javelin bandolier.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walking around with 8 javelins strapped to your chest.
A javelin quiver.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So Fenswick, as you continue stepping forward and the voice rooms out, and these creatures start to gather, you kind of like exclaim out in like surprise and like, oh shit. Hal immediately hears this and runs forward, sees these creatures forming, and just drops his hammer and chucks a javelin, breaking off a piece of hip bone from the creature. It is now the creature's turn. This one steps forward, raises 2 of its hands, and attacks you with 1 for a 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's just the first number. So you take 10 slashing,
Uh-huh.
and as these bony fingers slash across your chest, you feel this searing pain, and then immediately your muscles start to tighten as you feel the flesh around it start to wither, and you take 10 points of slashing and 4 points of necrotic.
All right.
Second attack, natural 1.
All right. It's even better.
Dang.
You see the other arm fling towards Fenthwick, and it's going to make a range attack at disadvantage. So 9. As you see a bone shard go flying past you, Fenthwick. This guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Okay. All right, that's going to be their turn. Fenthwick.
I will cast Blur on myself and momentarily move around here.
So you guys see Fenthwick trace some arcane sigils in the air. There appears to be a faint trace of energy tracing behind his fingers, and in a moment, his image blurs as if he's moving extremely quickly in one place. He's turned into the Flash. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Poppy.
I will hide behind this doorway. Like, back here. So bonus action hide. And then I will peek out.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Forgot about that. It's been a while since I used this character.
It's been a while. You feel yourself pretty well hidden.
Then I will take out my short bow and go pew pew.
All right, which one are you attacking?
The one next to Halbar.
Okay. I'm going to give him half cover, because Hal's pretty big.
Okay. Am I hidden?
Is it, yep.
You are. You get advantage.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Natural 20!
Yeah. That hits.
I don't know if that is... I don't know if we're doing perfect critical, so I don't know if that roll is legit.
No, we're not doing perfect criticals.
Okay, let me look at if I am doing for perfect critical.
I don't think you are.
We had been.
You are. Because it's plus 24 plus 6, and it's a d6 and 4d6.
Not in this campaign. We're just doubling.
So we're doing reroll all rolls or just standard reroll dice?
What do you mean, for the crits?
Yeah.
So just
Oops, not that one. I went for the short roll.
On Beyond 20, it says standard, PHB, perfect rolls, or reroll all damages.
There you go. That one should be correct.
okay. I don't know what the difference between standard and player's handbook would be.
Yeah, it's just standard player's handbook. Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
yeah. All right.
So it
So
would be 20, 28, 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage.
That's still really great.
Jesus.
FYI, my short bow is non-magical.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
You line up a perfect shot right on the vertebrae at the base of the skull, and you release your arrow, and and you see bone fly, but it doesn't quite do as much damage as you thought it would.
Bonus action. I did that action. Wow, I don't do as much here. That ends my turn. Oh no. Let me go back here again. No, you know what? No, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Let me move behind Fetwick. Say hi. That's yeah, that is Fetwick. Okay.
Hal, you feel the arrow before you even see it, and you see it hit the creature,
Mm-hmm.
and you see some bone shards flying, but not quite as much. And you hear the pitter patter of feet behind you as Poppy runs away. Well, not runs away, but runs.
Runs away.
So, yeah, Belladin.
Okay, so as an action, I'm gonna enact symbiotic entity. Chooses a wild shape. So you see just all of the air around me gets all weird and crazy. Because I leveled up, it's 32 temp HP now. How high are the ceilings in here?
Pretty tall, I would say, because the hallway sloped down as you guys went. I would say they're about 60 feet.
Okay. Then with my movement, and I believe it's a bonus action to enact the winged boots.
Is your entity
No,
a
it just
bonus
says you
action
have
too?
Flying speed.
Yeah, you just have flying.
Yep. So I'm just gonna like from the stairs go upward at an angle. Just go. I think I have 35 feet. Yes, I do. Go right there. Oh, there's one in melee. Okay. With my bonus action, because that didn't take an action, unfortunately, the symbiotic entity is the action. So with my bonus action, I'm just going to shillelagh my staff.
The air
So
thickens around you once again, and the wings pop out from the side of your boots, and you see Belladin float over the battlefield.
So I stopped there about 20 feet up, and that's my turn. Thank you.
Top of the round, Halbar.
All right.
It's your go.
I will pick up my warhammer. Oh, my warhammer of the warden, and
Okay,
I will swing recklessly at this guy right here.
so you have advantage.
Bum, 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 bum. Warhammer +1. 23 to hit
23 hits.
for 10.
Oh, and your javelin wasn't magical before, right?
Correct.
I mean, he feels like it was. Like in his
Yeah.
heart, it was magical.
For 10 points. Nice. You definitely connect, and you see bone chips fly away. Interestingly, you see bone chips fly away, and it like where you think like, okay, like you took part of its femur out, and you think it would like crumble to the ground. A sliver of bone like reconnects. It's not like it's like healing itself, but
Let's go with a second attack. Same thing. A 23 to hit or 16 bludgeoning.
nice.
And I am going to push it away 5 feet away from me using my crusher feet. It's not huge, right? It's regular medium size. Can I push it here?
There, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
a medium, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It'd have to be huge or I couldn't push it. Not sure if it has a reach, but I hit it, it moves away, and then I run over behind put my back against the pillar. That's my turn. It has Ancestral Protectors on it.
He is going to roll me a d4, Hal.
2.
All right, he moves this way. 5, 10. He's going to fling a bone shard at you.
Okay. He should have
24 to hit.
advantage. Yeah, 24
Yeah.
hit.
Wow. Literally the lowest I could roll. You take
Nice.
4 piercing and 1 necrotic. He's going to throw another bone shard at you. 16.
16 barely misses.
And throw another bone shard at you for a natural 20.
Okay. I'm going to... Do I have to do it before or after? Spirit Shield and the creature you can see. Okay, I can reduce the damage after the damage.
So that's 12 piercing and 7 necrotic.
I'd like to use Spirit Shield to reduce it by 2d6. So instead of 12 piercing, it becomes 8 piercing, which becomes 4,
Okay.
right? 4 piercing, and what was the necrotic?
Yep. 7. All right, and roll me a percentile die. So as he steps into this space, suddenly an arcane sigil light up with this green sickly energy, and a blast of green energy shoots forth, fully engulfing that large stone tile. And as the energy subsides, you see now how some of the bones that you had cracked and broken are now fully healed. Well, not fully healed, but like they've restored themselves. All right, this guy is gonna take a step forward and throw some bone shards at you, Belladin.
Sounds good.
10,
Miss.
as you are able to nimbly maneuver out of the way as a second shard goes flying at you. 22 to hit
That hits.
for 10 piercing and 4 necrotic,
All right.
and a third bone shard. Another 22
Wow. Yep, that hits.
for 7 piercing and 6 necrotic. And he's just gonna stay right there. Fenthwick.
I will pop out around the corner here. Where did Bone Shard guy go? Is it down here in the? Okay. So this guy, I will throw a second level chromatic orb at him using thunder. Yeah, I'd say that hits.
Yeah, that definitely
Dang.
hit. You guys are rolling
Well done.
crazy amount of natural 20s right now. Oh, Jesus. That's 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
The bones are shaky. Let's just say that. Yeah, he's not looking too good at all.
He's got the shaky bones.
Anything else?
Step back. Nope. I will step back.
Poppy.
Bonus action hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Jesus. He totally sees you.
And then I will rip another one from my bow. Same guy.
You have advantage. 26 hits. As you
For
see
22.
as you see the bones crumble.
Nice. Well done.
And then go back here. In fact, no, I'll go back here.
Belladin.
Okay. I'm gonna get right here, kind of lower myself down a little bit. For some reason, the lighting isn't changing, so I can't really see this guy right here. Oh, that's because the light source is. Never mind. I forgot how lighting
Yep,
works.
it's me.
And, yep. I'm gonna use third level ice knife. So I'm just gonna hit this button.
Well, if you can't really see him,
Oh, I can see. Oh, that's true. All right. Well then, never mind. Yeah, I'd be hitting at a disadvantage anyway. So you're right. I wouldn't have done that. And then what are my options? I'm so used to playing a character that has dark vision that it's like
Yep.
weird to not have dark vision. Okay, then I'm gonna go back to my original space, which was like here, I think.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast. I know he's there. I'm casting Moonbeam right there. So that's going to go on his space. It creates dim light in that area. It's a 5-foot radius. When the creature enters the spell area for the first time, which is now, or starts its turn there, it is in pain and must make a Constitution saving throw.
it makes it now, right?
And it's start of its turn. I think that's the only time that it happens twice in the same turn. After that, it's just once per round.
I love how we're all reading our stuff again. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's been
this
so
is all
long.
new to us.
22
Actually,
con.
have.
Makes 22 con save.
22? Okay, then
Uh-huh.
it takes half as much.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 on the first
It
one.
takes
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
did?
And, you,
Oh, I
And
you
the
roll
second one,
same
too.
thing anyways.
same. Wow.
So it takes 6 points of damage.
Yeah, radiant. And then I'm gonna move 10 feet above Hal.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
how
actually
much,
had to read how sneak attack works again.
how much did you roll on here? Okay, it wouldn't have mattered.
and I think that's
Yeah,
it.
no, it's over 20.
And that's my turn. Because I can't see it. Although everybody should be able to see it now because it's now illuminated.
Top of the round. Hal.
All right. I'm going to pop out and run over here. And while I do, I'm going to use bonus action Second Wind.
Okay.
So I get 4 points of healing. And I will attack this guy recklessly.
Wow.
Okay. That is 14, 15, 16, 17.
8 points. All right.
And when you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of my next turn.
For everybody?
For everybody.
Oh.
Attack rolls again. What? Say that again.
With bludgeoning. Or
So I hit him with bludgeoning. So all attack rolls are at advantage against this creature until the start of my next turn.
All attack rolls. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, badass.
And then I will move up here, and I will make my second attack. 24 for 9 bludgeoning. Action, movement. He's dead. Fight over. That is everything I can do. Yep, my turn. No, you know what? I'm going to action surge since I have
Damn.
advantage.
Might as well. Yeah.
Action surge. Action charge.
Action charge.
And I would like to take 2 more attacks.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow.
That
You guys need to-
is 13, 14, 15,
Take off
16.
Your natural 20 scripts, you know, when we're playing.
Yeah.
How much?
You know,
16.
16.
he's been spending way too much in Foundry. I think he's hacked
Yeah.
level 20 at this point.
And one more attack.
All right. 17? That's a 17.
Are you muted again?
No, I'm meeting. Sorry. 17 hits.
9 bludgeoning. Nope. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, he's going to attack you. You
22
did reckless
hits?
on the first one, right?
Yeah.
All right. 22 hits
Okay.
for 15 slashing and 1 necrotic. But
I'm gonna-
too bad then. Okay.
I'm going to use a spirit shield.
All right.
Reduce it by 2d6. So
Max
5.
damage. Oh.
So that's 10. So that's 5. Okay.
Second attack. 19 to hit.
Hits.
You're raging, right? So you're taking half damage
Yeah.
from all this stuff anyway?
Yeah, except for the necrotic.
Oh, it's got to make a save, right?
Or moonbeam, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Con save.
19.
Saves, but it still takes half. So 7. Radiant.
It would have moved there after. So that is 12 slashing and 1. I keep rolling so shitty on that necrotic. Third attack. Misses.
Misses. Sheesh.
Roll me a percentile there. How?
83.
It's gonna move back. As once again, you see glowing sigils on the floor, and green sickly energy shoots up out of the ground. And
Not-
once the energy
not as
fades,
good.
that's its turn. Fentwick.
Step out and throw another thunderous chromatic orb at this guy. So it's advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Jesus. That hits.
That's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. As you hear the thunder echo through the chamber as the chromatic orb hits the bone monster. Yeah, and you see bone shards flying everywhere. This one is now shaking as well.
Okay, and I'll move up near Belladon, and that's my turn.
Poppy, your go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Stop.
35.
Stop. Go back. As you step up, no, right there. One more forward.
Oh no.
I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. He's got like what, plus 32 to this? Oh no.
Ooh. As you step on that tile, that stone tile, the same sigils glow, and you see Poppy enveloped by green sickly energy. You take 11 points of necrotic damage. All right, now you can
What is
continue. You're at 30 feet there.
Was this a save for half kind of deal, or just a damage on a fail?
Save for half.
Evasion. Oh,
Save for
evasion. Okay, so
Yeah.
I
Oh, you
only
take
take half of 11.
Yeah.
So I take 5.
Rogues are dope.
30 here.
Yeah, it was
35, 40. Bonus action dash.
Okay.
5,
She's
10.
like, stop.
Stop.
Oh
Stop.
no! Oh no!
Back one more. I need to make a dex save for me, please. You take no damage as you feel a little bit of one of your ponytails flutter as you flip out of the way as the green energy shoots out from the rune, and you barely escape.
I don't remember. I was 30 here, 35, 40. Bonus action
Dash.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
I drop my bow and I take out my dagger, hopefully to finish this guy off.
Oh, oh.
You guys are ridiculous.
Or 29, another, wow, was that 29 again? Or 29 points of damage.
This time, Papa, you take that same spot where you hit with the arrow, and this time you jam your dagger there, and you actually pull down, and you just start like the blade is so sharp, and you do it with such precision, you actually slice the vertebrae in half, and it falls to the ground.
And then I run behind Helper with the rest of my movement.
Stop in that spot.
No.
Yeah, I was about to make a joke, but I didn't want to manifest you stepping on another thing.
Did
No
you run
more
through Moonbeam?
Didn't you probably would have avoided the moon.
As soon as,
Moonbeam is still up.
yeah, if I saw Poppy going, oh, I'm around the corner. I don't know.
She had enough movement to go around the moonbeam.
Yeah, it would have been very obvious. There's just this
Yeah.
halo of light in the middle of the room.
I'm gonna shout out to everybody. Nobody move.
Belladin
Oh, gee, now you tell me.
floats,
yeah,
floats
you're,
over here.
You're a floaty bastard. Everybody hunker down for a bit. I will cast detect magic ritually.
As
Alright.
Alvar starts moving around.
Halbar! Did I not say don't move?
You said don't move, and then you said hunker down. So I'm gonna go hunker down behind the thing.
Are you cast detect magic?
Yeah, just to see if I can spot any of these areas on the floor.
That's 11 healing to Halbar.
Thank you.
You get a little touch on your head from above.
As you cast the spell, your vision lights up. Obviously, one with the gigantic rune magic circle in front of you that has elements of conjuration, abjuration, and necromancy. You also get the faint remnants of necromancy from the 3 tiles, or the 4 that you've seen go off. And you see... Yeah, you guys literally walked everywhere but the damn traps I put down on the floor.
Except
And then,
for when
one,
Poppy
and then
ran.
one was floating. And then the one person who did go was the rogue who can evade all the...
That's amazing.
Oh, one more in front of you, sorry. Alright, so pretty much I was having
Wow.
Hal roll the percentage to see if the golem, the bone monsters would run into the right direction or not. Because they didn't know where it was either.
Very cool.
Pick my way across the room, and I'll try to point out where they are to everybody else. Matter of fact, why don't you all just stay where you are for the time being? Probably the safest move.
Yes, Sir Marindel.
Is that an egg?
Oh, you also, sorry, this is glowing in abjuration and necromancy.
Is it an egg? I want to know if it looks like an egg.
It looks, it's a glowing giant egg-shaped sphere.
Oh.
I
That
believe
Belladin
it's
says from above you.
Probably a very, very. It's a rich person's sarcophagus. When you're the Duke's wife, I guess you get top shelf.
Do you have one of those
Um,
ready for you, Sir
It's actually
Marindel?
glowing. It's actually, you can see it's not actually solid material that glow, it's actually magical energy.
So, inspecting the runes here, do I recognize what this is?
You've never seen quite its like before. Give me an Arcana check. You can see that it's part summoning circle, part a summoning circle that also traps whatever is summoned here.
So, combination summoning circle, magic circle.
Yeah, but also there's runes of necromancy mixed in that you're not quite sure of its exact purpose.
So in Infernal, I will speak to the creature.
Okay.
I assume I have its attention.
It hasn't moved, really.
Oh, it's just standing there?
Just standing there. But roll me a perception check, actually. 17. You do know that its coal, ember-like eyes have slightly shifted towards you as you walked up towards the circle, and you have detect magic flare in your eyes.
Like, don't know if you can hear me, but we're friends, so no attacky.
Are there
See,
any like torches on these pillars anywhere? Are there sconces anywhere?
No, actually.
Okay, because if there was, Belladin was going to fly around and use Druidcraft to light them, get some light in here. But
Give
sorry
me a
about
perception check.
that. Yes, sir. 24.
You do notice that there were sconces on the wall, but they've been broken and are ripped out.
Oh, bummers, bummers. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So, looking at the magic circle, do I think I can disrupt it just by screwing up the runes, or is this a dispel?
With a 19, you'd probably know this is a dispel.
Okay, then I suppose I will attempt to dispel it at 4th level.
Roll me a d20.
It should be just his wisdom modifier.
Yeah, spellcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not wisdom, but
spellcasting.
Intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah.
intelligent mod. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh. So you start weaving the pattern for your dispel magic. You start casting the spell and laying your weave over the weave of the magic circle, and you start. It's resisting, and it takes you a minute. You're searching for that perfect spot where you can set your magic and pull and destroy the weave. And for a second, you fear that your magic is going to fade before the spell is successful. And at the last possible second, you find it, and you twist your hand, and your magic pinpoints into that one spot of the magic circle, and you pull back your hand, and in your eyes, you see the weave start to dissipate. And a second later, the magic circle also disappears.
Damn.
And at the same time,
It cracks.
Egg chases you down.
Meta-wise, I think that the demonic knight in front of us was what was used to power this egg, this like gentle repose permanent thing that's set up here, and that by freeing the knight, we have forever doomed whoever was kept inside the egg that we can no longer see.
and you see a stone sarcophagus with the relief of a humanoid woman. The knight doesn't move for a second, and then so fast that you don't even notice it was just not looking at you, and then looking at you for a second, Fenthwick, and you see suddenly its hand come up and strikes down. And where it strikes, you see the fabric of reality tear. And with blinding speed, the knight moves through and disappears, and the rift closes.
You did it now, guys.
Well, we freed another demon monster. Our work here is done.
Belladin puts a finger up. Another?
We don't
Oh.
talk about the other.
Yeah, that was a job that it was really early career that just didn't go very well.
Huh. Well, the wet bandits strike again, everybody.
Okay, bargain fulfilled. So let's get the hell out of here. And I again point out, and don't step there, don't step there, don't step there, don't step there. Probably would be in bad taste if we looted this tomb. So let's just go.
Yeah, that seems bad.
And you guys make your way out of the crypts once again. Unless Poppy wants to do something.
Probably stays behind. Loots the corpse.
You make your way back through the crypts, pound on the door. Not even a split second goes by, and the doors quickly open. That was... You're back so soon.
Yes, we just had to pop in and out. Well done with the opening of the door.
Belladin
yes,
kind of
sir.
says to Poppy and Halbar, we probably should have checked the crypt for magic. Maybe she was still alive, or I don't know. I feel a little terrible about how we left that, but it is what it is.
Everyone can give me perception checks.
I like how I'm not even like trained in perception, but I keep rolling really well. That's
I mean,
nice.
you got a +5, so
It doesn't hurt.
yeah. All right, so you guys make your way.
Oh, I pick up my shortbow on the way out.
Yeah, I figure you guys pick up your weapons. Hal gets his javelin. Almost steps in one of the squares before Fenswick rushes up and's like, "No, you idiot!"
Has to use another javelin to get it out because it fell in one of the necromantic circles. If I was in like a D&D world, my only job would be create like a old fashioned like weight on a rope that, for people to use to engage traps when they're dungeon diving.
Well, that was the
Not-
purpose
not-
of the 10-foot
not,
pole.
not a 10-foot pole, man, huh?
Nope.
Yeah,
No, I think 10. I mean 10 foot. They're just too unwieldy, right? Like how do you?
Well, that's why you
you'll-
need the magical telescoping 10-foot one.
Right.
That's just like a very small when it's not in use.
So you don't look like a dog trying to get through a doorway with a big stick.
Or a blind man.
Yeah. Yeah.
roll me a nature or arcana check,
Okay.
or
Who-
religion. Even.
Who?
You, Belladin. Nature, religion, or arcana. I'll let you choose.
17.
17.
Yeah, no, it just the stick takes up too much space. I think like just having like a horseshoe on the end of a rope and then just like swinging it down a hallway and then pulling it back would do the job. Or you could even
You know
make it
what
like
also-
a 5-pound weight.
What really works is an overly inquisitive gnomish wizard. They work great for that sort of thing as well.
Oh, a gnome on a stick.
No
No
one
one
is
is.
Huh.
How about goblin on a chain and you just throw his favorite treat out wherever you want him to go?
So right before we get to the doorway where they let us in, and we like, so this is like a tiny bit of a flashback. Belladin will say, just so everyone's aware, I'm not questioning what we did in there, but earlier when Anil was with us, he noticed footprints, and when we were moving through the sewers in the crypt and everything, he described them to me, or she described them to me, and I noticed the same footprints coming from the chamber that we were just in. So I'm not sure. They didn't look human. I don't know what that means, but yeah, there's a lot more going on here. But I don't want to be down here anymore. So I'm not saying we should go back there.
All right, so you guys are let through once again the crypt doors.
Yeah, GTFO, right? Go over to Anil's apartment.
Yep, I'm with that.
So you guys make your way.
Before somebody
no
else gets
way.
assassinated.
Yeah,
I know, right? And then we get blamed for it again.
The Blue Nightingale assassinates anyone else, she is on her own.
so you guys exit the manor, making your way back through the courtyard, back to the path to the manor district, seeing the destruction now that was left from the siege, smoldering grounds. You see some immediate of the houses near the manor show signs of destruction and attack. A heavy guard presence in this district, but as you make your way through
Making our way.
the market district towards the canal district, where the Jester's coin is, the Azoth Ante, and some of the lower income housing before you get to the kind of lower income near the docks. The streets are quiet. No one appears to be out. There you see a few people kind of hurriedly, whatever business they have to do. Much less, noticeably less guard presence once you get out of the richer districts.
I'd like to ask a question. I don't know if you want me to do a perception check for this or not, but do we notice as we go away from the manor where it was all surrounded by that army and like the pickets and the fires and stuff, is there any damage in the city as we move away from that area, or was it all just around the manor? Like did it seem like a war was being fought in the streets, or was it just focused on the manor?
I mean, in the manor district, like I said, right around there, the direct, most immediate houses kind of showed signs of not so much of an assault, just as more of kind of like reckless damage. And as you go through, there's kind of smatterings of damage You see some burned areas. Nothing like catastrophic as you start going through, but it
Oh,
seems to
like a
be
riot kind of damage, or
no. It's not as kind of encompassing. It's more random, except for right around Stonewater Manor.
So like a bunch of people up to no good
Yeah.
passed through the area, but weren't trying to destroy stuff. Just like a way an army would kind of destroy stuff as they move through an area, but they weren't attacking. There's just so many of them.
Yeah.
They're destroying the environment. Okay, interesting.
The few people you do see on the streets are almost sprinting, trying to get where they're going.
Yeah, I imagine on the outside of that would have been harrowing for the rest of the city, just watching this one manor area get surrounded and attacked.
But you guys eventually make your way along the canal, the one canal side, past the Jester's Coin, which is dark. As you know, Anil's apartment has a one window down an alley view, kind of the Jester's Coin. You make your way to Anil's apartment. The door is closed and locked.
Should I
Give the secret knock.
give the secret? Yeah, give the secret knock, Sir Marindel. Not like the guards. What are you gonna do if they ask if, like, who is it?
I don't know. Huff and puff and blow the door down.
As Belladin is like watching them do this, Belladin just walks up and knocks and says, "Anil, it's us. Can you let us in?"
You see, actually, everyone give me a perception check.
There's the bad roll. Waiting for it. Damn, natural 20.
Hidden in the eaves, in the shadows of the eaves on the roof, you see Anil,
Batmaning it?
yeah, Batmaning it, Halbar and Poppy. And
That's amazing.
Belladin knocks, she flips and hangs off the roof, and then drops down. Who
Nice.
are you?
Nice.
Excuse
That
me.
That was some cool Batmaning, Belladin says.
I don't know what you mean. And then opens the door and lets you in.
It's a bat lycanthrope. He fights crime.
And they're sitting at this, like I said, it's a sparsely furnished apartment, but there at the table, drinks of steaming tea in hand, are the magistrate Felix Faust and Marisol the Blue Nightingale. What would you guys like to do?
So,
So we're back inside now.
are we sticking around, or are we taking off? Or are we gonna stay here tonight?
I thought the idea was we were gonna hunker down until the Duke showed up, or something like that.
I think you're right.
And at this, Philia, the magistrate. Well, yes, the Duke should be here in. Let's see, it was trying to make count as I was trapped by that creature in the drink. How many nights has it been since the initial attack on the Count? You guys have taken 2 long rests since then, so
2.
plus your. So it's been about. I'd say it's probably been 24 hours, right? Well, no, because you can't take a benefit of long rests until 24 hours. So it's been 2
Yeah,
nights.
it's been a few. It's been several days.
Yeah. In about 2 days' time, the Duke should arrive. I'm certain he'll want to be briefed on the situation and get as much information as he can. Of course, if you would like, I can explain it to him. I trust him and he trusts me. And if I say what you have told me, he'll take my word. If you do not wish to stay, it's up to you. I will not force you to stay if you feel that you must go.
Well, if we go, will you be safe?
I'm not unused to being a target. Well, I'm not a fighter. I
Play one on TV.
yes. What is TV? I've never heard of that. But
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I have ways that I can stay safe, hidden if need be. As I said, I'm sure the Duke would like to hear the information from you, along with anything else you might feel relevant. But if you do not wish to stay, you are under no conscript of the kingdom. You are free to do what you will.
Let's. What time of day is it?
Let's see. You guys got back, so I would say it's like early evening now.
Oh, we could always spend the night, sleep on it, decide in the morning.
I agree with Bentwick. I mean, the Duke owed us like 500 gold, right? I mean, before he croaked.
Yes. Yeah. So was the matter of our payment.
I'm not sure what
Yeah,
your
and
fee is, Sir Marindal, for bringing people back to life, only to die again.
Did the Duke have any family? Maybe we could submit it to the bill to his estate.
I believe Commander Iron was arranging your pay to be gathered. He's in charge of the administrative duties of the city. Gather it for you if I would know where to send it if you are leaving.
Well, I mean, how long do you think it would take?
I'm sure it's probably ready now if you would want to go back to the manor, but I thought the whole point was to stay away from the manor. Why? That's why we're here, is it not?
If yes, well, I wouldn't expect you to go back, but if we were leaving anyway, I wouldn't mind swinging by to pick up our pay.
That seems reasonable.
So who's the Duke? Is it Duke Elias?
Yes, Duke Elias of the House Elensar.
We haven't
Duke
met
of
him, right?
Ornos. No, he is the Duke of the North Ward, ruler of the North Ward in Ornost.
I mean, maybe we stick around and see what this guy has. I mean, or has to say. I don't know. Maybe the magistrate here said, you know, maybe they need us to guard the place, or like move in.
Don't think we have any immediate pressing things we have to do. We can hang around for a day or so.
Fenswick, roll me a d20. If you're leaving, am I going with you? Marisol, as she looks over to you, Hal.
Bentwick, we need to find a way through Chillwind Pass.
Well, okay, there are other places we need to go as well. We can discuss this. Maybe this is more of a private discussion.
Okay.
So if there's a separate bedroom or something we can go to.
I mean, maybe we can just go
Small bedroom.
talk out on the balcony or down on the street in the alley below.
Anil pointed at the bedroom. There's a bedroom.
Oh,
Belladin says.
all right.
I think a bedroom will be just fine.
Well, okay.
Well, once we get in the bedroom, I'll point out. My familiar is still waiting for us out in the forest nearby, with the
I forgot about that. Sorry.
watching over the key of Ambrosius. So we need to go collect him at least, and the key.
Okay.
And if it is what I think it is, I'm very anxious to use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should
Which
do
would
that.
mean traveling to the tower itself.
That's the tower we went, not the lighthouse, but the tower.
No, the Tower of Ambrosius is to the southeast of us, a ways.
Well, what about Marisol? Where's she gonna stay? I mean, can I keep her with the magistrate, or Anil kind of creeps me out?
I'm not sure what the best place for her is. I'm really not sure.
I imagine. I mean,
She doesn't really-
the Duke's probably gonna go stay at the best place in this city, and it's probably, well, the most fortified at least is that guy. That
I suppose if we can arrange for her to stay with the magistrate, that's about as safe as any place.
okay. I'll talk to
I mean,
Right.
I don't have anywhere to stash her.
the Nightingale, and you can talk to the magistrate. You're, after all, Sir Marindal.
Well, I think the magistrate. Well, she kind of owes us, and well, she did almost like kill the Nightingale for something she didn't do, so she kind of owes her one too.
Oh, it's true. So
It shouldn't be a big lift.
maybe we hang out for a little while and wait for the Duke to show up. I'll go back. You do all the talking, and then we head back out to wherever to pick up your familiar, and then go to the tower.
That would be my choice.
That sounds good to me too. What about you, little one?
I'll go wherever you're going, Hal.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow. Grin widely, Sir Marindal here. Marindal. Depends on where you're from. You, Belladin. You didn't like me. You prefer the great outdoors.
I'd like to go north at some point. I don't know where everyone else is headed, but everything that happened with the druid in the prison very concerning to me because the Emerald Enclave was one of the places that I wanted to check for my research, and that druid supposedly came from there. I don't know if there's something wrong with that place in general, or if it was something that just happened near there, but I don't know. That could be like a long-term goal. I don't really like cities. It smells awful here, but having gold is nice, even though I don't really know what to spend it on. I'm down for the journey. I don't really have anywhere I need to be right now.
I eventually have to take Marisol through the Chillwind Pass to the northern plains just to keep her safe. I mean, if we go to the tower, we can head back to the Conclave, I'm not really sure. And then that's, just a hop, skip, and jump by a couple weeks to Chillwind Pass. I mean, maybe look at Fenthwick. Maybe we can negotiate passage to the pass through a writ or a seal or whatever the Kingsley people do around here to get us through those gates.
That's one possibility.
All right. So it sounds like
You can't go through. You could always go under, although it's a dangerous path.
yeah, it was. I mean, you're right. Okay, I guess we.
Also haven't a clue how to get through the Underdark to the other side of the passes, but
Okay.
it's a notion.
So it sounds like we meet the Duke, see if we can get a hall pass for the pass.
Yeah, maybe we could. Yeah. The Duke might be just the one to be able to arrange something like that.
And then we go to the Tower and Brooches. On our way back, we go to the Enclave, the Conclave. Hal shrugs and looks at Belladin, and then north. Were we supposed to report in? He laughs as he looks around to his friends, who they're all part of the Storm Riders from.
Oh yeah, I suppose I could send a message, although I'm not sure exactly what to tell them. Duke dead.
Count dead, Duke on the way. We're going north,
yeah,
south,
Count
and north.
dead, our bad.
Remember, you guys in game you have the map as well. So if you want to take a look at the map, you guys can do that.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm looking right at the map.
Okay. So you're gonna send a message, Fenthwick.
Yeah.
So you take the ring of sending that you had acquired in Duneshire from the proprietor of the Rushing Pearl, and you activate its magic and send a message.
Count assassinated. Again. Magistrate saved. Waiting for Duke Elias. Nothing much to report. Nothing else.
Okay, so you craft your message and send it along telepathically. You feel the magic take hold, the magic carry your message through. 30 seconds go by. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. No response.
Hope that's not a bad sign. Well, that's the sending for today. We can try someone else tomorrow if we don't get a response somehow.
You guys are sitting kind of the stairwell, alleyway, outside of Anil's apartment, having this discussion.
Well, if we're spending the night, I'm going to find a quiet corner and start to transcribe some spells into my spell book, or at least get started. And I'm going to take the next 6 hours and transcribe Counterspell. Would be awfully nice if the party would fund me here. So, 150 gold.
Of stone, right? For your spellbook?
No. Well, it just says. Meta-wise, the game just says 50 gold per spell level.
Yeah, I think that's in like ink and paper and stuff.
Yeah,
My spellbook is not ink and paper. It's
That's
basically
right.
inscribed on small
tablets.
stones.
Yeah,
Oh, that's dope. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Cool.
very cool.
The size of aspirin.
Oh, wow.
It
That's-
doesn't burn that way. Plus, you can
that's
flood
wild.
somebody with your spellbook.
So yeah, I would say that,
Hmm.
that you would still need to get the materials for it. It's just different materials than the specialty ink and paper.
If we need to spend money for it, don't worry, I got you covered.
Actually, I'm the one that's keeping the expenses in this game, so I should know.
Maybe we should go to the graveyard if you need some stones. I mean, I can knock some over for you. Not that I've ever done that.
Bring your iron pickaxe.
I can do that. Wait, I don't have one of those.
Just be careful when you do that. Graylings start attacking you.
I'm sure there's probably somewhere in the town we can. Well, there's a river nearby. There's probably river stones. You know, they're just small stones.
River stones for riven stones. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'll say to kind of have it, because you still need to have the gold equivalent, right? You would still need to find like the quality of stones that would be the gold, but that's going to be much easier than finding specialty arcane paper and ink. So I'm going to say like that's going to be the benefit. You're more likely to find expensive stones places than you are arcane ink and paper.
Well, in that
So-
case, we're gonna, since I have 3 spells burning a hole in my pocket, yeah, about 350 worth, or exactly 350 gold worth.
We have that in here. As Poppy pats on the bag of holding.
Yeah, we should have. Let me check my accounting here. Oh, yeah, we have over almost 3,500 gold. Actually, we have 2,800 gold and about 600 in gems.
Aren't any of those diamonds?
Yes, they are. We have 2 300 gold diamonds. Say, Belladin, do you happen to know how to bring people back from the dead? Asking for a friend.
I continue
Or
to
just stunned at the question.
pull out the trophy of an animal, pull out some jerky, pull out a gem worth 50 gold, some perfume that I hand to Marisol, like some Unger Hulk arms, copper chalice with filigree. I mean, I don't know what these are worth. You can trade them in. Stone tablet writing.
Yeah, you guys look over and Belladin is snoring, taking a nap in a chair in the corner, staff, legs crossed, arms crossed, staff kind of laying in his arms.
He said he could sleep anywhere. I thought he was joking.
I suppose it's not such an important question, but
Yeah, it's true. He could turn into a bat or a flying mouse, squirrel. I don't know.
well, I'm afraid I never got that far in my priestly studies, so I can't do it.
Is there a religion thing that someone needs to roll?
Hey, he's
Oh,
awake.
there you are.
He was playing possum.
Eyes dart open. What was that? As he exclaims.
We were bemoaning the fact that we have these diamonds, but no one who can bring us back when we die.
Oh,
Don't suppose you might know how to do that? You seem to have every other damn spell.
there was recently, almost as if someone named Tasha.
Some old witch.
Yeah, just rewrote the rules of magic. I now can cast Revivify, but I do not have diamonds, so that is a problem. Wait, you have diamonds?
We have diamonds.
Oh, I will take 300 to 600 worth if anybody has them.
We
Nope.
have two. We have 600 worth.
Don't we
Oh,
also
okay.
have a ring of spell storing?
Oh,
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Maybe we should. Well, I saw you bring the count back. Was that from your ring, or
That was from the ring. Yeah.
maybe we do
Okay,
that
I
again?
can-
And he can have one,
yeah.
and you can have one.
I have 2 spells that I can cast at that in that range, so I can do it before we go to bed tonight. Sorry, I dozed off for a bit. It was a long day.
Well, we've had a long day.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll use some of the diamonds and cast Revivify into the spell storing ring.
One by one, you guys hand the two diamonds over. Belladin, you take it in your hand and focus, and the air grows thick once again, and you slowly see the diamond almost being eaten away, and then suddenly there's a flash of but much different than the green light that you guys just saw coming from the glyphs on the floor in the crypt. This is vibrant, like full of life, and new beginnings in spring, and suddenly the energy is sucked into the ring that Fentok is wearing.
Oh, fancy.
Now all we need is unguents.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I've heard
A
those
reincarnation ring?
Yeah, I've heard those can be a real letdown.
Yeah, they just
You know
bring
what?
back the person who's the same.
New campaign
Yeah.
rule: no diamonds, only unguents.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everyone have unguents in their rings? It's so weird. In their jewelry.
You know, there's a legend among us gnomes that when we get reincarnated, we always come back to whatever we were.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Just younger versions of yourself. Right?
Just younger and better looking, yes.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
I like rubbing unguents all over myself.
For other reasons.
Everybody looks at Poppy like, what?
It makes great slip and slides.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes sense. I gotta look at the. I need to talk to Marisol, and you're gonna talk to Philia. Maybe we can have them hole up in the.
Ophelia, is it? You think we're on first name terms now?
Well, aren't you guys? I mean, you're one of those, and I do quotes. You're one of those city guys, or do I
You
have that
guys?
mistaken? Fenthwick and
Wow.
Philia. They have the same first Fenthwick and Philia from somewhere. I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
one of those there city folks, ain't you?
Yeah, that's exactly how that works. Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I read you correct. Poppy, do you remember you took me to that place, that jeweler in town? You had a heart, and there were music notes like wings on it. I imagine they're probably done by now. I gotta pick that up tomorrow.
Cool, I'll come with.
All right, you're gonna have to show me the way, and I guess we'll go back into the main area. They probably got their ears pressed against the door.
And then as they walk away, Poppy goes, "Yeah, if we're gonna go out tomorrow, then we'll see. Maybe we could stop by and get some unguents."
Nice.
Have you come to a group decision then? The magistrate says, and Marisol kind of just looks anxious.
Belladin starts doing a druidic dance in the corner with his staff and just doesn't say anything to anybody, but you can definitely tell he's casting a spell for 10 minutes. But he doesn't say anything to anybody.
I think we're gonna
Right.
hunker out here for the night. Yeah, Fenthwick, he's the leader of our group, speaker of our group. You guys get along.
Because
He
of my massive charm.
Yeah, he talks good.
You say all them fancy city words.
I imagine now Belladin is doing a haka.
Yeah, his eyes wide, his tongue
he's
out.
Over there, he's over there breakdancing in the corner.
He's got a piece of grass in his mouth and he's playing it like an instrument.
Y'all come back now, you hear? Ah, well, gosh, thank you for saving my life in that there prison.
We use hay here as currency because that's all we got.
All right, who wants to go first?
Splitting the party.
Fenthwick.
Yeah, well, I'll just say, magistrate, we do have some pressing matters we will have to be leaving for. We were really hoping the Nightingale might be able to tag along with you for a bit, since it would be dangerous for her to come with us.
Of course. If you are going to be leaving soon, then I have a few spots we could hide at until the Duke arrives with his men. And after that, there'll be no safer place than with the Duke. Given the circumstances, I'm sure he would take her in and ensure her safety.
So you said you thought he might be here in 2 days?
That was what I was told initially. It's about a 5-day journey from Ornos to here along the Snowpine Belt.
Well, I think maybe I can probably convince my companions for us to stay that long. I think we have a few matters in town to try to take care of.
Of course, is there anything I can help with?
I personally need to collect some, and I describe what I need for my spell book. If you could point us to a location in town we might procure such items, be very helpful.
To get stones of that quality, you're probably looking at 2 jewelers, either the Crystal Coffer, run by Helena, or Rivers Rubies, but the owner is Lothar Hurst. Those 2 would probably be your best bet.
Okay. We will try those out.
Marisol,
Hal?
we're gonna wait here until the Duke arrives, and then you're gonna stay with the magistrate and the Duke's men to make sure you're safe. My companions and I, we need to travel to the southeast. Fenthwick's got something that he needs to take care of, but it'll take us a little bit to get there and get back. But then we'll head to where Belladin, the funny guy over there in the corner who's dancing and not saying anything, he has to make a stop, and then we're going to go through the Chillwind Pass, and I'm going to get you to safety once and for all, for good.
Safety? To the north? But I've heard so many stories.
I am from the north. Could you not
You
tell?
are?
My crystal blue eyes and my long flowing blonde hair.
I mean,
Just look at
I've
him. He's
never
smoking hot.
I've never been north of Sugod, and I'm not from Ilari.
I have family past Chillwind Pass. I think you'd be safe there. I mean, many of my brothers and family members have taken companions from different areas of Ilari, and I mean, if you would come with me, I'd be honored, and they would treat you as family and keep you safe.
But you have to leave first?
I have to
Leave
go.
me?
I have to go with Fenthwick, and where we're going is not going to be a good place.
But then you'll come for me, right?
Of course.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right, where am I at? Persuasion is amazing.
16, not bad.
-2.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, still, that's not bad. Not a bad roll.
Nope. Nope.
She looks a little anxious and nervous, but after a minute, she takes a deep breath. If you think this is what's best, I trust you. You've already come back for me once. And she gives a slight smile.
I don't know of another place you'd be safe. I really don't know what's going on with these gestures around the city, the Duke, the Count. I mean, to be honest, you'd be a star under the shining stars of the Northern Plains.
And you see a little bit of kind of that confidence and return as she gives a slight smirk and that kind of shine in her eye when you first met her of her being a famous entertainer. And Hal, I'm a star wherever I go.
It's a little bit different up there, but none of these people that can look like you and talk like you will be able to get into. My uncle was a shaman, and for as long as my tribe has been there, nothing like we've seen here has happened. I don't anticipate it happening. Let's see what Fenthwick and Ophelia, or Magistrate Faust, has agreed to.
And as you guys walk back, she kind of snakes her arm in yours and walks by your side.
You better not stab me.
It's like nervously checking for knives as she puts her.
Make a Constitution save.
Right.
She's the campaign big bad all along this. So you guys walk back as Fenthwick and the magistrate are finishing their conversation, and at about this time, 10 minutes pass.
So Belladin will like finish his dance and is like mumbling to himself, and he'll look at the rest of the group, and those who were with him in the tunnels before will recognize that he's been casting water breathing this whole time, and it's just something that he does before you guys hit the hay, so that way if anything bad happens during the next 24 hours, you guys will be fine underwater if someone tries to drown you or something. So I don't know if anyone else wants to say something to the people who haven't gotten this benefit before, but as he finishes, there's this outpouring of blue-green magic, and what is usually invisible, all of the microscopic organisms that are always fluttering around him just kind of spread throughout the room and blanket. And for whoever's willing, you get water breathing for the next 24 hours.
I'll take it.
So whoever's willing, you see this magical aura as these microscopic organisms shine with the magical energy, and it's like the room is both thick and also it's like you're in a small universe in itself with multitudes of stars. That's how it looks, and you're this kind of giant. And as the air sparkles around you, you instinctively, take a deep breath in like admiration. And some of these microorganisms that are magically imbued, you breathe them in, and they coat your lungs, and you get water breathing for the next 24 hours.
This is what Belladin does before everyone goes to sleep every night.
I mean,
I have a feeling there was a very bad experience with water in Belladin's background.
He comes from a place of acidic swamps. So make from that what you will.
maybe we can go to the river, Fenthwick, and we can like dive to the bottom instead of buying
Yeah,
those
would you also
stones.
with this?
Just a thought.
That's all I've got before bed. Belladin doesn't really have much to talk about. He's just kind of absorbing all of this social interaction. It's a bit much for him.
Poppy has something, but she's last. I'd want her to last.
So I think we're in agreement. You guys have your conversation, and I gesture back and forth between him and the magistrate.
Yes, she's good to go.
Okay.
She can stay with the magistrate and the Duke.
Very good. Duke will be back in a couple days or tomorrow, or I've got some things I need to do tomorrow.
Maybe like the day after tomorrow, but should be soon.
Me and Poppy are going to head
And
to...
even after I get my stones, I need to squirrel away for about a day.
Poppy and I are going to head down to the jewelry shop tomorrow to pick up something that Poppy had instructed to be made.
Poppy and Hal, the history check with advantage. Hal, you cannot for the life of you remember where or what the place was called.
I have a feature that says I can't get lost due to landmarks.
You don't remember what the place was called. You remember where.
Where to get to? Yeah.
Yeah, what it looks like.
Yeah. Poppy, you remember the name is Rivers Ruby,
But I don't remember where.
but you don't remember where.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good thing there are two of you.
I'm glad there's two of me too.
We're going to head down to the jewelry shop tomorrow. Fenthwick won't take us a little while. Marisol should stay here, if that's okay, Anil.
Do you remember the name of this jewelry shop you're going to?
And then Poppy blurts it out.
Rivers Rubies.
That's the place.
River Rubies.
Maybe I'll go with you then.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, I haven't cleaned off. Well, I got some bone shards in my hair, but Anil, do you have a basin, something?
There is a basin in the bedroom. I can start going to the well to fetch water. Water if we all bathe.
I can do that. Just tell me where it is, or you can show me and I can bring it up. How many buckets do you have?
2.
Okay. We'll just pick some up along the way.
I'll walk with Hal. Make sure he doesn't go alone.
Easy enough. I mean, like I said, there's not many people out. There's like, you see one person walking away with a bucket of water pretty quickly when you approach the well. You head down the stairs to the alley, and it's in the back, like in the kind of a central square in the middle of some of the neighborhood buildings, further back on the opposite side of where the main street is with the jesters. Easy enough. You guys get a couple buckets of water. Doesn't take too long. You probably will have to take a few more trips if everyone wants to bathe.
Oh, whatever it takes. I'll continue just to carry as much water as I can, trying to look for additional buckets of stuff that I can just carry. You know, it's like
too.
it's like trying to bring in all the groceries at the same time.
Yeah. No one's really left any buckets just kind of laying around. Unfortunately, they all seem to be, don't want them stolen, just laying them out in the alley. So they keep them inside. But I mean, you can fill up the basin, go back more, she has, another smaller basin that you can fill up to do like kind of the other washing. So the water is ice cold though, as it is winter.
Perfect. Hal's like, oh, this feels just like home. Yeah, and that's what I'll do for the rest of the night until we're ready to knock out.
Nope. Because now it's Poppy's turn.
All right, Poppy, what would you
Walks
like to
up. Poppy walks up to Halbar
do? Uh-huh.
with her big green eyes, looks up to Halbar, and holds up the whip.
Oh, it's been a while. And I'll maybe we go back out by the well. I'll show you how this works. We'll be back, guys.
Yay!
And I'll spend the next however many hours teaching Poppy how to crack the whip.
All right, Poppy, I need you to give me a dexterity check.
With proficiency?
Just a straight dexterity check. 18. Okay. And how many times I'm trying to remember how many times you've trained with it before. I know at least once.
At least
Right?
one time. I think it. I'm pretty sure it was 2 times.
I think this is the third time, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the third time.
Yeah.
You guys spend the rest of the evening. And it's getting to the point where practicing and Poppy, you're getting better, and there's just something that, one small thing, that if you just get that one small thing, one small movement of the wrist, one
Flick of the
angle
wrist.
of
Flick
the
of the
elbow,
wrist.
and you can get it. The sun has already crossed the horizon, and the last bit of light is now, and you can, you're just able to see in the fading light of twilight, and you give it one more go, and you hear,
She's like sticking her tongue out while
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
yeah, sweat dripping down your brow now, hair one ponytail almost coming out from its from its hairband, and how you almost see this in slow motion. You see her bring her arm up, and in a perfect motion, crack it down, and you hear the whip cracks in the air and hits a stone, and the stone actually, you see a chip fly off.
Exactly.
You are now proficient.
Little one, exactly.
Yay!
That's how you do it. I knew we'd get there sometime. Usually takes people a long time to master something like this.
While he's like talking, Poppy just jumps up and hugs him.
Yep.
All right. Settle down. I mean, good job.
Thanks tons.
You ready to turn in? Because I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Let's go hit the sack.
And that's all I got.
You get back and there's a sack hanging up in the room, so you guys can hit it when you get back. I'm just kidding. It's like a pinata.
All right, you guys get back into the room. Baladin's already out.
Mhm.
And Enil has, she had one bed, small bed, trying to take whatever blankets and stuff. You guys have slept here before, so you
Yep.
guys make yourselves as comfortable as possible, and you have you have your bed rolls and stuff anyway. So you kind of almost, it's like when you're kids and you're camping in the living room.
Yep.
So you guys are all turning in. All right.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you guys all drift off into sleep after a long couple days. Probably some of the best sleep you've had, as most of the time you guys have been sleeping in the marsh stone pit prison. In fact, I don't think you guys actually slept here before. You guys
No.
got here for the party and then got ready.
Yep.
We played dress up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
Goddamn fancy clothes.
Pretty much.
Oh my god, did we get a long rest?
Now everyone make me no.
Damn.
I need 3 dexterity saving throws as 3 fireballs flying through the wind. So, you guys get your long rest, awaken in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
First thing, Hal wakes up, makes sure Poppy's ready to go. We're heading down to the Ruby's boobies. The Ruby's. What was it? Ruby's place. I have no idea. I know
Light sleeper.
I know how to get there, but not to like what it's called. You ready to go?
So, who would be the first to wake up?
Probably Belladin. He's an early riser.
Okay. Let's say, Hal, what time do you usually wake up?
Pretty early. I mean, enough to see the sun come up.
Yeah, I'll say both of you are used to getting up at sunrise, right? Because you guys are, it's not like you're from the city, you're
Right.
you wake up when the sun comes up.
14.
14 and 21. You guys both wake up, and you're starting to. First of all, like I said, some of the best night's sleep you guys have gotten in a while. Even being indoors in the city, just knowing that you're somewhat safe in this spot. You kind of get up and shake out the sleep and do your morning routine, and you both look around and you both notice at the same time Enila's not here. Belladin, as you're searching for her, you see a piece of paper and a key on the table.
I will hand the key to Hal and then look at the paper.
I am sorry to go so quickly, my friends. I cannot let my query escape, not when I am this close. I fear if I wait, she will escape and I will never know. I hope to meet again soon. And again, I'm sorry. And then it just says Enil.
Bellin puts the paper down and just kind of stands there for a second and then picks it back up and hands it to Hal and then just summarizes it. Just says she has her target and she has to finish the job, I guess.
You recognize it's the key to the apartment.
I'd be the same way. I don't know about you, friend. Hopefully you'll be around when you find out. Can't blame her.
So now that the table's clear, while everyone else while they wait for everyone else to wake up, he's gonna get out some of his cartography tools. He did a little bit of this last night. I forgot to say it, and he just kind of maps out the underground section that they went through last night in between the manor and the prison. And he's gonna make 2 copies of it. He's gonna give one to the magistrate and then one to the people at the manor, so they each have a copy of how to get to the prison and back, and like some of the tunnels that where they traveled
So
down.
you're using your cartographer's tools,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To make the map.
Yep. So he's just gonna make
All right,
2.
so add your proficiency bonus because I'm assuming you're proficient in cartographers.
Mhm.
And then
No, I'm not.
you can
Why?
no.
Oh, weird. I don't know why I have them. I guess I'm not proficient. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
If you
I'll
have
just roll-
them-
what is it? A dexterity check?
I think if you have them, you had to have been selected them, unless you bought them separately.
I must have bought.
You
them.
had to been.
Oh, I know why I have them because of what I'll be multi-classing into later. I was metagaming when I put them on my character during character creation, and I spent the gold on them. Whoops. I guess I can roll and just not have the proficiency bonus.
Yep. So make me an argument of what skill you want to use to make this map.
Probably wisdom because I'm going by my memory.
Um,
Because cartographer tools is all about like using the measurements and the protractors and rulers and stuff. It's not so much like an artistic thing.
yeah. So memory, I think, would be more.
Seems like the rest of the party could help him because we were there too.
Okay.
So,
I mean-
I don't know. We can't help him with the drawing of the map, but the recollecting.
No, the hallway wasn't that long. It was much shorter.
So yes, if you guys want to do this as a group effort, it will be easier. Recalling from memory would be more intelligent than.
Which I've got a nice +0 at. So it'll be just a straight D20 roll.
But if it's a group effort, then whoever is recalling and you're just transcribing.
Oh yeah, I could just be the one that's drawing, and then I'll be relying on someone
So-
else's memories.
Yeah. If you guys want to do it, it'll take a little bit longer, but you can do it.
It's up to the group. I imagine the person with the highest intellect would be Fenthwick.
I can tell you all I remember.
So give me a history check.
Oh,
Yeah, you remembered. I mean, you start describing like the algae, the way the algae was growing on certain stones in the lake. That's how much you remember.
badass. So then what I do is I'd have one highly detailed map with all of the information, where the enemies were, like what we fought, the fauna, all kinds of details, what type of stone was in each section, like everything.
I make you put in a note that says, "Don't bother the gnome."
Yep.
And then give me a dexterity check, Belladin.
12, terrible.
I mean, yeah, it's not the most. It's not the best drawn map.
It's more details than elegance.
Yeah,
It's
but
got tons of information on it.
It's functional and it's got tons of information, but it's not. You guys will be able to use it, for someone else who takes a look at it, it'll take them a little bit before they're like, "Oh, this is what they meant." Like,
So what I'll do is I'll take 2 sheets of vellum, which I have, because of my all of my kit for all my research. I think that's one of the reasons why I have the cartographer tools in here, and just do an outline of the passages, so that way I can give those to the magistrate and the people at the manor, so they've got a map now of those underground passages, at least where we traveled.
all right, easy enough to do after you made the first one. So,
Thank you, Fenthwick. Could have done it without you.
I'm sure your artistic skills will improve with practice.
Oh no, I'm a terrible artist. That's why I have these rulers. But thank you.
so I would say that took probably, with the amount of detail that you got on the first map, at least an hour.
Okay.
In the morning,
Plenty of time left in the day.
and you guys got up super early. So, and Hal and Belladin started waking everybody up. So,
I'm sure we're very popular in the group.
yes.
Yep. Started just having a conversation right in the middle. Everybody's sleeping.
Full volume.
Yep.
Full volume.
That's what we're
Poppy
used
would
to.
sleep through that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poppy's the
yeah.
other one who sleeps that hour.
Where we going, little one? Ruby.
We're going to, and I say the name of the place.
Ruby's Rhinestones. All right.
and donuts.
I owe you donuts. Fenthwick, well, you're coming with us. I give you all my money. We need to get some donuts on the way, or at least some twisty bread.
Poppy beams. As she knows she's gonna get donuts.
So you three are heading down.
Yep. Heading to the jewelry shop.
Belladin, anything you would like to do?
He's more just not enjoying being in the city, but just gonna follow people because this is like his first experience in here. But he's gonna try and like be in the center of the group so he's not like rubbing elbows with people because one of the things that he can't really deal with is how much this place smells like sewage. So he's just and not be super anxious and weirded out by all the people.
I guess we're all going then.
Yeah, the magistrate and Marisol are staying.
So I'll give one of the maps to the magistrate and let her know what it is of, and then have the other one ready for when we go back to the manor to get our money.
I mean, maybe they should come with
I think-
us.
Or do we want to take them to their safe house that she knows of?
That's a good idea. Hal, we'll look at
In
Poppy.
broad daylight?
You ready to go? Fenthwick, you're going to go. Belladin, you're going to come too. What about the... And I point to the magistrate and the Blue Nightingale. Maybe they should come with us. Maybe we should take you to where you need to go. I don't know. What do you think, Fenthwick?
I suppose they're probably safer with us.
Well, I have no issues if we're going wherever we're going today. Marisol here is a bit of a known figure in Sugod. Her passage will not easily go unmarked,
Good point.
especially in broad daylight.
I mean, maybe you should wear, like, Neil's servant's robes. I mean, I really like what you're wearing, but less conspicuous.
Look, I don't mind staying here if someone can take care of my business while you're out. So I'll describe to Poppy what I need.
All right.
Hal will nod.
I'll even like write it down.
Hal
in
nods his head as
exacting detail.
tells Poppy. Hal nods. Okay, got it.
And Marisol takes a moment and looks into the open closet of Anil. It has just a few bare, plain clothes and serving, uniforms. I think we have a little bit different figures, Hal.
For sure. I mean, you're right.
Belladin like pokes Fenthwick on the shoulder and like has him walk away from the group for a second and describes that he can basically do this and turn Marisol into a misty form for an hour, so that way she could just follow behind us to the safe house.
That's also a very good idea. How gaseous
Or-
is gaseous?
Slow but incorporeal.
But I mean, Will there be like a spooky cloud of gas following us through the streets and everyone will go, look, what is that? Or is it more inconspicuous?
More smell than visual.
She can kind of float above us.
Or I could do the same thing.
Oh, shit.
Well, why didn't you just say that at the outset?
Nobody asked.
That's a good idea. So I can keep a hold of her hand, and
I mean, if the
She won't
DM
get
has
lost.
the votes, I vote for the gaseous cloud that will
No,
follow you at a
no,
flying
no.
speed of 10
No.
feet.
No. Then we don't do it. If the DM wants it, we don't do it.
No, we could do. It depends. How windy is it outside? We could do both.
All of
We
a
could-
sudden,
we
it's
make-
a
We
hurricane.
can make the magistrate in gaseous form and the nightingale invisible.
So you guys are just walking super slowly through the street for no apparent reason.
Just creeping.
Picking rocks the whole way.
Just a
I was
stroll.
thinking the slow walk, with the
Yep.
explosion behind you.
Dubstep. Yep.
Yeah,
The
but see,
magistrate,
that would create a shockwave and push the gaseous form person away.
No, that I could cast this twice.
Oh.
the magistrate, as you guys came the night before, it was easier for Marisol with her cloak just up. The magistrate had kind of brought like a very inconspicuous, like brown hooded cloak with her. So
Invisibility's much better than gaseous form, I have to
a little bit harrowing making, as I realized it wasn't nighttime, yes, when they came through, making our way here. But Neil was quite skilled at finding paths that were unseen and unoccupied by others. But if we are planning, to go run errands, I'm assuming, yes, some sort of, either we stay here or some sort of concealment should be made for Marisol, I think.
I mean, it would greatly disappoint me
I
if you were invisible, but at least I knew you were there. You just hold my hand. We go to where we're going, get what we need to get. Fenthwick needs to get, and we head back. And I pointed the magistrate where you need to get to, and I mean, we go from there.
that would take less than an hour, right?
Where are we headed?
A couple blocks that way, and I pointed. Poppy, it's called
And I
Ruby's.
blurted out. Ploppy.
The River's Rubies. That's in the market district, closer towards the manor district, as high-end shops are. If you want us to then go to one of my locations that I know is safe, we would have to head to the temple district after.
Take us like an hour.
How long would
Works
that?
for me.
Shouldn't, maybe an hour.
30 minutes?
Going to the,
Very good.
an hour, I would say, not counting whatever time you might need at the River's Rubies.
Do we want to drop them off first and then go to the River's Rubies?
It's probably a good
That
idea.
sounds like a better plan.
So we're not cutting it close.
That does sound a much better idea. And as she points,
I also want to say that this is the moment where Belladin, who has had no real concept of time, is realizing that most of his concentration spells end in an hour, so he's now getting a frame of reference for what an hour means. So he's having this, like, if you could see into his head, it's just that meme of the guy's head exploding with powerful information like galaxy brain stuff. Oh, that's
Well,
an
before
hour.
he just knew an hour was that time when all
Yeah.
the spells seemed to run out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was either that or 24 hours, and that was it. That's all he knew.
Yeah.
But he didn't know it was 24 hours.
so shall we head to
Sun
the
go
temple
down,
district
sun
then?
come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go.
I guess I'm a cast in invisibility.
Hey,
Okay.
grab her hand as he starts doing it. It'll probably be a little weird. Just walk normally. I got you.
She just nods and takes a deep breath and goes and the spell.
You don't have to hold your breath.
I mean, you don't have to hold your breath underwater thanks to Belladin here.
Thank you, little one. As the disembodied voice of Marisol says, and she gives your hand a squeeze, Hal.
Belladin says, "Oh, you should probably don't attack anything or cast a spell. I don't know if you can do that."
Right. I
I-
won't.
And then Poppy kind of pokes at the air to make sure that she's still there. Just like,
Ow.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right, let's go.
So you guys head out the door, down the stairs to the alley, make a right, head past the Jester's coin and Azoth's ante, and the magistrate has her cloak around her head up, hood pulled up, as she points to the right, and you see that there's been the city kind of slopes upward, and there's kind of a cliff face on the right, and there's sets of buildings that go up, follow a pathway leading up, and there are 6 large stone structures formed in a hexagon at the top of the. That's the temple district. We'll be heading to one of the homes closer to the temple themselves.
All right.
So Poppy always has this tendency to walk like next to Hellbar.
Knowing where Marisol is next to Halbar, Belladin's gonna walk behind where that is, so that way no one like walks into the invisible person from behind. You keep nudging in from the other side.
You see a young human female kind of along the road holding a basket full of produce, and just as Poppy seems to bump into Hal, but not quite Hal, and well, you're not sure if she notices that exactly. You guys are the only large group other than guards that are moving about. She gives you a quick glance and then puts her head down, not wanting you to really notice her either, and scurries off. Produce.
You drop a ear of corn.
She looks back and there's no corn, and she just runs off.
If there's no one around, then Belladin's gonna see what the weather's gonna be like for the day.
Okay. Slightly cloudy, cold, but that's it.
So then there's like a cloud that appears next to him for 6 seconds.
Yeah. You know that little symbol with the sun partly covered with clouds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the image from the Weather Channel,
Yeah, yep.
but it's
Yep.
but it's manifested magically next to him for a second. 6, actually.
Someone roll me a percentile. 19. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Do you guys make your way without encountering anyone else or any guards?
Noise.
You
Good job
start.
rolling that D100.
The magistrate leads you to the right through some more streets and alleys, and you guys eventually start feeling more of an incline as the path starts leading up along this hill and cliffside. And the structures start to become a little more of a well-made, cleaner stone, till you get almost to the top, and you see now these 6 stone structures with pillars around them, all in a hexagon. And right before that, you see a couple, not quite as extravagant as some of the manors you saw closer to Stonewater Manor, but still pretty nice, if not quite so showy. And the magistrate turns towards one, and a dwarven man in white robes answers. Magistrate, didn't expect you to be up here. What can I do for you? I would like to speak with the prelate, please. Some importance, my guess as well. Of course. Come right in. I'll get the mistress shortly. And you guys are led in.
Yeah.
I burned the building down. I'm just kidding.
You guys are led into not a huge, but not a small waiting room. It's comfortable. There's comfortable functional chairs and tables. Let me go notify the mistress, and would you like some tea, magistrate? Yes, please, Duncan. That would be fine. Of course, of course. And the male dwarf goes off. This is the home of.
Go on.
I just had it.
Someone
Is it-
owns this house.
This is the home of Prelate Diona Torel. She is the prelate of the Holy Hexed here. She is as honest and good-hearted as a dwarf that you can come across, or any any woman for that matter, although she is a bit direct.
Poppy leans towards Fenswick and says quietly, "What's a prelate?"
Yeah, what's a prelate?
Bigwig.
Fenwick, you would know. You don't even need to roll. So a prelate is usually someone who's of higher status in the Holy Hexed, who is in charge of kind of a temple district. If for larger cities, each individual temple has a vicar. Smaller towns might only have one. Who kind of serves has his prime god, right? But kind of serves the needs of all. But for bigger towns and stuff who have the space and population to support a temple for each deity, a prelate would oversee the whole temple district.
So a
Kind of,
prelate's higher than a vicar.
yes. Fenswick, roll me a history check. 12. Okay. It's easy enough. 12 is good enough. You recall meeting the prelate
At the party.
at the party. She was you all would have met her. Fenswick, you're kind of the only one who kind of really knows what a prelate is and would remember. So you put that together that she's talking about the same woman. And as she walks in, you all do recognize her.
The one who spent the entire battle running across the room.
Yeah, running across the courtyard. That was also
I remember
there
that.
when you negotiated the contract to go save the magistrate and bloody hell. Well, I'll be if it isn't. No, she's not Scottish. Don't do Scottish. Damn it. Down under. All right. Well, if it isn't all you lot, didn't expect to see you in my
Australian?
home. Yeah, Australian. Wanna know why? All dwarves are from down under.
That's terrible.
Anyway,
And great.
right. Ophelia, didn't expect you to see me in my home, especially bringing this lot around. What can I do for you? Well, Diona, I hate to put you on the spot like this, but there's been a bit of a situation. I'm sure you've heard. Situation, you can say that, all right. Damn Ace got himself killed. I'm just surprised it didn't happen sooner, if you ask me. May the gods grant his soul peace, of course.
Belladin laughs and then
I
puts
look
his
at
hand over
Belladin.
his mouth and
And give him the eye, the side eye.
Given that you're standing in front of me, Philia, and these lot are as well, then I'll take it that your mission, your contract to go save the magistrate was successful then. As she looks towards all of you.
Belladin is
Yes,
looking
yes.
absolutely elsewhere.
Yes, we retrieved her. Here she is.
That's right. Duncan, right? Could you go get me that package I had? You get ready. We won't need to bring it over to Stonewater Manor anymore. Of course, mistress. Well, as Duncan goes and gets that and makes some tea, what are you all doing here? Would you like me to explain it, or she looks towards you, Fentwick?
Oh yeah, well this is your show. Yes, you brought us here.
Well, Diona, as you know, Count Linnaeus was assassinated, apparently at the hands of the Blue Nightingale. Couldn't believe it myself. Poor thing didn't seem like she was capable of such an act.
I'll give Fentic with side eye. Like, you know what happened.
Belladin speaks up. Belladin speaks up and says, "Well, she didn't."
She,
But-
what do you mean? Apparently they caught her. Well, she gave herself up. Usually quite a judge of character, but didn't think.
Well,
and-
things aren't always what they seem.
They are correct, Diona. I saw it with my own eyes. It was some sort of creature who could take on the shape of others. These fine adventurers, these heroes, after saving me, then saved the Nightingale herself. She's innocent. Who actually did kill the Count has been dealt judgment. This situation, quite complex. During the trial, this fake Nightingale laid claim that Sir Giles of Nestlerock was the one who paid for the assassination of Count Linnaeus and implied that it was under the orders of Duke Elias. I believe that this was the reason for the assassination in the first place, to lay blame at the feet of the Duke. Bloody hell, well, it's quite a predicament. But what does it have to do with the Hexed?
I'd like to I'd like to squint and give the narrow eyes towards Belladin, and I'd like to see if the little dwarf person is like surprised at that information and or startled at that information.
Okay, first, give me a perception check, Belladin.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right, you definitely see Hal giving you that look like,
It's probably because I'm like looking everywhere around the
yeah,
room,
Mhm.
and then I like notice that he's looking right at me as I turn
and
towards
like,
him.
and he's like shifting his eyes over towards the prelate.
Okay, and then I try and read the woman's face as she's speaking.
Give me an insight check.
Not bad.
Yeah, you look at her face, and she was definitely shocked at this revelation. It didn't come across because I'm trying too hard to remember how to do the damn accent, but yeah, she was completely shocked by this news. This is her first time hearing any of this. Yeah, and she's completely taken aback, as you would expect someone would be by this news.
So anyone with a passive perception higher than 15 would notice. 15 or higher would notice me try and give Hal a thumbs up covertly.
What is your passive perception? Actually, how you're looking at Belladin.
Yeah. I'm like doing it to him, but trying
Yeah.
to hide it to everyone
Yeah.
else.
And then Magistrate goes, well, you see, these heroes here have their own business to attend to soon. And they fear for my life, and they fear for the Nightingales. Well, I hate to put you on the spot, old friend, but no one would dare enter the prelate's home without your permission, so would it be possible for us to stay here until the Duke arrives tomorrow morning? Well, woman, why didn't you just start with that? Of course you can stay here. Where is the Nightingale?
Oh, pew! As I hear that, I drop the visibility.
It's like
Merlis.
Poppy was holding her breath the whole time.
Merlis's beard don't scare. Can't scare an old dwarf woman like that. All right, breathe here. You lot are quite a tricky one, aren't you? Of course you can stay here, Philia. And any friend of yours is a friend of mine. And at that point, the younger male dwarf, comes with a tray of tea and also a little bound package. I believe you, as she points to Fenthwick, asked for something as part of saving the Count, at least. Well, you saved him one time, at least. I had the vicar of the Woven Word here search among his collection to see if there's anything he might not need anymore. And he gave me this, and she hands you the package.
Who's you?
I'd totally forgotten about this. Poppy, check this for traps.
You also just traumatized. You're checking everything for traps. I love it.
I open it, but you can tell I'm opening it like I'm ready to dodge out of the way at any moment if anything bad should happen.
He lot are funny. You open it as a nicely bound, if a little bit used, tome called Treaties on Cloaking of the Unseen and Seeing by
You have to text that one to me.
Yeah. By Nigel Hewson. Yeah, Treaties on the Cloak of the Unseen and Seeing of the Unseen. You can look through it now, or you can look through it later. It's up to you.
For now, I'll just put it away and take a look later.
All right. Right. So that's all I could get. The gold, I assume, would be procured by Commander Iron for your contract. But of course, I will keep my friend and the Nightingale. If this plot is true, the ramifications, I fear, will be felt far deeper than just even the North Ward.
I know, right? It's a season ender.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'd end the seasons. Spring is a little bit away. Winter's got a little bit
Nice.
longer.
Nice, get him.
It's an old saying, but then again, halflings are full of them. Is there anything else that the Hexed can do for you?
Nope. Thanks. We have other matters that we need to pursue. Mhm.
Nice.
We'll be back in like an hour, right, Fenwick? I gotta pick up something. You gotta pick up something at the what is it again, Poppy?
Poppy blurts it out again.
The Rivers Rubies.
I know where it is. I
Or
just
just like you studs of
don't know where it is. I know where it is, but I don't know what it's called. We'll be back.
He'll recognize it when we get close. He knows landmarks, not directions.
Right,
I only know what it's called. I don't know where it is.
well, be safe out there. May the hammer of Lacus forge your resolve. May the words of Merlis weave yours true.
And we'll head out to the what's that place again, Poppy?
Rivers Rubies.
Every single time you make Richard do that, he rolls a d20 to see if he's gonna kill us on the way to the.
Dragon
I-
attack.
No, I roll a d4, and whatever that is gets added to the CR of the monster you guys are gonna
Oh,
have to face.
nice.
All right, you guys make your way.
Yeah, on the way I mentioned, by the way, we probably should not mention the Infernal Knight to the prelate. I don't think she'd understand.
What
What?
Infernal Knight?
What's the Infernal
The
Knight?
thing, the thing we released down in the crypt.
Oh god, I tried to forget about that.
The creature that had all the
I
heads.
thought that was all a dream. Well, I don't know what its official name is, but it looked devilish
Yeah,
and
it
sort of a knight-like.
it tore a warp in reality and just walked through it. I don't want to ever see it again.
I didn't see it. I was standing behind the column. I'll take your word for it.
All right, you guys make your way to the Rivers
at
Rubies.
her.
Hal, expertly navigating you.
I don't know what the street's called, but we need to turn on it.
Yep, exactly. Like, oh, this street. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but that building, we need to turn left.
That's how it always was in college. You're like, I know where my classes are. I can't tell you which building or
Nope.
what class number.
Yeah.
You
Over there.
go down one block, and then when you see the big donut, make a left.
Well,
I believe this might be the place.
that looks like a
It's-
painful shower.
They're probably done. I mean, we're in a week at least.
Oh, good. So it's not for me. That's all I really care.
Nope, not for me. You said you should get this, and so I well, it's a heart with like music symbols on the side that look like wings, almost like Van Halen. And
Okay.
I
yeah.
guess that's what we said it is. So it's canon.
It was so long ago. It was pre-stream, so whatever we say now, that's what it is.
Yep.
It was at your house when this happened.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how long.
With some other adventures.
Yeah. That's where I got the perfume from Pebbles. So we go in and I walk up with Poppy, and we're here to pick up what we had made. And I'll thumb over to
And
Poppy. Like, I don't remember.
You're back. Your item has been ready. I wasn't sure if you were returning or not. And you see a lithe human woman, auburn hair in a fancy bun, well dressed. Shall I fetch it for you?
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, let me. Leah, yes. And she goes back and she starts, giving instructions of where the item is and everything. Yes, like as I said, it's been quite some time. I wasn't sure if you were coming back or not. While my assistant grabs it for you, is there anything else you would like to purchase?
If Belladin is in the room,
Mm-hmm.
he inherently does not trust fancy schmancy salespeople, merchants. So he's for the people. He doesn't like the bourgeois. He's trying to do an insight check to see
Fancy
if
words
this person
for a druid.
he's a learned
Bourgeois.
he's a learned man of the people.
Yeah.
And he's trying to see if the person sold this item and they're like sending their assistant to go get it. Like if this is like, oh, I thought you were never coming back, so I sold it.
Okay, roll me an insight check.
Rick, did we paid in
Yes,
advance,
we
right?
paid in advance. That's why I have
At this
like
point,
no
you
money.
guys can, even if you didn't at this point, you guys can say you did, and
Yeah,
It
I
wouldn't
mean,
matter.
when Fentic said we have 3,000 gold, I'm looking at my 4 silver pieces going, we do?
okay. And was there anything else you would like to purchase?
You have
Uh,
diamonds?
Fentic, didn't you need something?
Yes, before I was rudely interrupted by a revolutionary. And I describe in the exacting detail the stones I need and the qualities and the amount that I need.
Okay. That's interesting list. If you want the raw materials then,
Yes, just the stones.
that can be easily done, as we use such stones to make uh, ornaments for our more finer gems. Yes, I believe once Leah comes back, I'll have her get the items. I have to say, I have not, other than the time before. You are not from Sugod, no.
No, we're not.
So you have just been in town since then and gotten your item, or did you go somewhere and come back? Uh, it was such a long time. I almost sold it to another customer, but I held out for quite a little bit longer, as you had already paid.
We had some business. It was more complicated than we expected.
But it was successful then, yeah?
Yes, I'd like to think so.
Is there a plant in this room?
Yeah, and there she keeps lots of cut flowers and things.
Belden uses the staff to cast Speak with Plants, and the first question he asks is, "Why is this strange woman so interested in my companions?"
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but we don't allow casting of magic in the shop for security reasons. If it continues, I'll have to call the guard. I'm sorry. We deal with very expensive and valuable materials. You must. Yeah.
All right, so he lowers the staff and he walks up to behind where his companions are, and he says, "Okay, if I can't speak to your beautiful rose plant that you have over there, why are you so interested in my companions?"
I'm sorry. They are customers. They paid quite a bit of money for their item and did not return. I'm glad to see them again, and hoping that they continue their patronage.
Do I believe her?
Uh, Roll me an insight check.
It's the same exact thing I rolled last time. And everyone else can get the feeling in the room that he'd much rather be speaking to the plant than this woman.
You're like talking behind Halbar, like not
Mhm.
like not quite like.
I think we're both the same height. Are we both 6 foot? How tall are you, Halbar?
I am 6'5".
Damn. Yeah. So I'm like looking around you.
But I'm very like lithe. I'm only like 240.
So Belladin will just kind of give her a smile and say, "I'm sure that's all there is, isn't there?"
What other interest would I have? I sell gems and rare stones for lots of money. That is my interest, my dear.
Ooh, as she says that, I look around and see if there's any nice, interesting gems or stones.
Yeah, and most of the stuff that's on display is jewelry. Necklaces, rings, brooches, bracelets, gold and silver inlaid with fine stones and gems interspersed,
Anything, anything sticks out?
I would say there's a pretty nice necklace. You notice it because while it's a little more simple in design, it's striking. It's a chain with platinum setting, and it's diamonds set in the platinum setting, but it's like or so. No, sorry, 7 diamonds made out to be in a diamond shape itself.
And trying to break the thickness in the air. I go, ooh, how much is this?
That would be 1,000.
Is it accessible? Is it behind glass or anything like that?
It is behind a glass display.
Belladin takes a step back, just kind of nods to himself, lets everyone else go back to their business.
Sal's sitting there waiting for the lady to bring the stuff out for him, just staring blankly at her, not really know what's going on.
And eventually, Leah comes back, the assistant, and there is a nicely wrapped package. She does the packaging a little bit. There's a nice box. She opens it, and there is the jewelry that you ordered there. I hope it is to your liking and what you wanted, yeah?
I'll show it to Poppy. What do you think?
What's in the necklace?
I
You
mean,
ha-
does it look
you-
nice?
Your beautiful little friend has quite the eye for her jewelry, if I must.
I look at her, and is she wearing any nice jewelry?
Yeah, she's decked out. She's got like big carat stud earrings, gold and silver bands on the arms, a necklace, a bandolier, like a bracelet on the other arm.
I was gonna say a diamond bandolier. Holy crap!
Yeah. An
Now
intricate,
that's badass. That
an
was a
intricate,
successful adventure.
an intricate like necklace with diamonds, emeralds, and sapphires. And she's wearing a very like it's a silver dress, that kind of has like embroiderment of like crystals,
Does she have any rings?
Yeah, probably 3 rings on her left hand and 2 on her right.
Wow, that's pretty gaudy. That's a lot of jewelry.
Right.
Now I imagine her looking like Mr. T or something like that.
Uh,
It looks great.
So then she sends Leah back for the stones, and after a short time, we have these are quite heavy. We can put them in a crate if you'd like. I seems like your friend here wouldn't have no problem carrying it, yeah? And she comes back with the 350 gold stone sheets.
Sorry, I was busy looking at the plant.
It's a beautiful
Yes,
plant.
I mean, well, I'll inspect them.
Yeah, they're fine quality stones. Some
This looks
marble,
like it.
granite, higher qualities like jewelry stones that they use to break into smaller pieces to use, then polish. But these are kind of the rough materials. They probably buy them wholesale and then make the smaller ornaments themselves to save money.
Capitalism, y'all.
I know, right? So how easy? Looking at that case, how easy does it look like to get into it?
Give me a perception check. 10. I mean, it's the back of it is, towards the back of the shop. You can't really see it, but in the front it just looks like a normal glass case. So that would be you already paid for the item here. That's 350 gold for the stones. Is there anything else you would like? Yeah. It's been a little bit of a slow couple days, as you can imagine. If you've heard the news in the city, I'm not sure if you were out or not. If you had.
Oh no, what news?
Then you have not heard. It's quite tragic, really. The count apparently was murdered
Shocking.
Oh,
by no
wow.
less than the famed Blue Nightingale. So they say.
Well, tieflings, you know.
I mean, everyone has good and bad. I hold no prejudices. But I mean, it makes sense given the creatures that attacked. Yeah.
Why? What did you see?
That's right. I keep forgetting you're not here. There were many fiendish creatures attacking, making mayhem in the Manor District. I feared that my shop would be destroyed and all my goods taken by them. But luckily, they did not make their way quite this far. But I heard they did quite a bit of destruction to some of the manors when they were attacking Stonewater Manor as well. There are rumors, apparently, that some say that at night or they attack lonely, wayward people who are making their ways through the streets alone.
So these fiends attacked people who were making their way downtown.
That is the rumor now. Whether that is true that they are here, I haven't heard. My home is not too far off from the Stonewater Manor. I saw them, some with my own eyes. They were devilish creatures, some flying through the air, small, wicked looking, with wings. Some intimidating, wielding large sword-like chains whipping from their bodies. They killed some people who were out on the street, yes. Did quite a bit of damage, but seemed to focus on anyone who was trying to maybe leave or enter the manor that night of the Count's party. Almost one whole day and night before they seemed to disappear. But as I said, there have been rumors. But you know how these things go. They say now, a young maiden walking alone at night, when she should not be, she disappears. They say it was these devils. Who knows if that is the truth? You have nothing to fear. The city is safe. The Duke, I have heard, has sent men. They will be here. We will sort this all out. Sugod is as safe as can be for travelers and. So.
Do you need an
Is
armed
there anything
escort?
else? Oh,
Are you worried about
are you up for it?
the champion of the Jester Court is always up for protecting good people, right, Fenwick?
Oh, you are the last champion, then.
If the last champion, it's like
Yes.
I am the last champion because there won't be another. Yes, I am.
And you're offering your services to accompany me.
I'm asking if you pay money to be walked home to make sure you're safe. Yes, we are. I mean, you'll have to talk to my manager, Sir Marindel.
Thank you, my dear, but I do have my own guards. As a rule, I do not have them make themselves known at the front of the house. You do not want to scare customers or intimidate them in any way. But I am well protected. Thank you.
Okay. Just want to make sure you got home because I really appreciate, and I gesture towards Poppy, the craftsmanship you've provided us.
You paid for the best, and that is what I always provide. Yeah?
Well, it was nice working with you, and I reach out my hand and gesture for a hand.
Of course, my dear. And she holds out her hand, kind of like, palm down, like to give you that kind of dainty little handshake.
Then I take her hand and I curtsy.
Am I going to ask you to roll a sleight of hand check or no?
No.
Are you going to pull a Big John and steal the gems off of her rings as you kiss her hand?
I feel that I've tried stealing something from a merchant before, and it turned into a goat. I don't remember. The specifics.
That was Christos.
I tried stealing from Christos. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do anything because she mentioned guards that have not shown themselves. As soon as she said that, then Poppy's kind of like, then there's something here I don't know about.
Pleasure to do business with you, my dear, and I hope we can do more in the future. And whenever you enter of the Rivers Rupees and Lornahurst, yeah? If that is be nothing else, that'd be 350 gold for the stone materials, yeah? And you guys hand over the gold. She hands over the crate of. She kind of slides the assistant slides the crate.
And I'll pick up the crate. You sure you don't need to walk home? As I lift it up and put it on my one shoulder.
I mean, the streets are a little more empty these days. Even the pickpockets and vagabonds appear not to wish to travel at this time. I think I'll be all right. God, thank you.
All right. Heading back to the manor house, Fenwick.
How far away is the outside? Like, if we walk out of the door, how far away is that from her?
I mean, there's the window like right outside. So, I mean, if you want to you can go probably like 2 buildings down and she won't see.
No. I mean, like, how far away are we from her when we step out of the door?
Oh, maybe like 20 feet.
Okay. Then, as they step outside, Belladin does like a flourish in the air, and they continue walking away.
Oh, opens the opens the door, Diana. Opens the door. Oh, and she just coughs and runs into the bathroom.
Okay. As soon as she leaves the 5-foot square, it doesn't smell like that anymore. But as soon as we get away, because Belladin heard the comment about like guards outside, maybe 2 buildings away, then Ben will look toward. Seem to be far more than just mercantile. She was highly interested on where you all went, why you guys were absent. She's particularly interested in Poppy. There was something going on there. And I don't know if it has to do with your job, the reason why you left the city before we met, but there was definitely something going on there much more than her just being interested in selling things.
Are you sure about Belladin? I mean, she was talking to Fezzy the entire time.
Yes, but she kept looking towards you as you were looking at the jewelry. She's very, very good at lying, but I could see it in her face.
I do tend to look at a lot of jewelry, and yeah. Thanks for mentioning that walk, Halvar, because it almost went bad in there, I think.
Yeah, it she wasn't looking at you the way. I mean, I've bought food from vendors before. I know the eye of someone who's interested in keeping their goods safe. This was hunger of a different sort. She wanted information. She wanted to know about you. It wasn't about what she was selling. There was something going on there. Both you and Hal. Not sure why.
What is he talking about?
Always be safe. Considering that, I don't know, maybe when we're in a safe spot, we could probably make sure that what we bought isn't enchanted.
Or tracked, or we're being followed, something like that.
Benthrift
Just to
can
be
do
safe.
that. Like, we go around the corner and you can like...
I can tell if things are magical, but there are many ways to track people magically.
I'm pretty good at finding my tracks across the plains.
It's not that kind of tracking.
Oh.
Someone just knows you, or even better, has blood or hair or anything. There are ways of tracking people.
A lot of people have my blood, or had my blood on their bodies.
Yeah, I just let that one pass. Anyway.
All right. So do you have to like do something to this? And I hold up the jewelry box, or is that what she means, Poppy?
Yes, what, the box or my stuff?
All of the above, I guess.
Because it'd be bad to give the Nightingale, who's now wanted for murder, a gift that has some type of tracking.
Fine, then let's go back to Anil's and I can do it there.
Okay. Sorry. Isn't Anil's on the way to the manor anyway? Like, is that kind of... Or am I mistaken about that?
We got to go back to the Temple District.
And to the manor to get paid.
When the Duke gets here, right? Tomorrow? Is that right?
Oh, yes. Yes. I forgot that's when the Duke arrives.
I mean, we got all day to walk around. Let's go wherever we need to go.
We can get paid before the Duke arrives.
Nobles, am I right, guys? Who's got a guillotine around here?
All right.
And I'm just like, the gnomes invented guillotines.
Ooh.
Use on behalf.
It is a rather ingenious piece of engineering.
It was for a quick merciless death.
No, it's just started out as a way to chop the end off your cigar, but
Yeah.
I thought it was something
All
else.
different sizes.
you repurpose this.
I point. He knows what I mean. All right, where do we go? I've got the keel to Anil's base. All right.
None of this stuff is enchanted in any unusual way.
We're not going to use this place after night anyways. And I point at a landmark. It's this way.
After about 30 or so minutes, you make your way back the Canal District.
We'll gather in the main room. We'll pile our stuff on small table. Look at Fenthwick.
Okay.
Poppy will pop herself on the couch as her tummy grumbles. Oh, forgot the donuts.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then Fenwick will do a quick first pass of just detect magic to see if anything pops.
You spend 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic, and other than the magic items your friends carry, the items you've just purchased do not have any magical items.
Nice.
Like, nope, everything looks clean.
All right.
There's a donut shop on the way to the manor, right?
The Temple District. I'm sure there's somebody out in front, like putting bread and burning pig
the
guts.
clergy definitely love donuts.
Yep.
Yeah, and as you guys walked up, there was definitely street vendors along the path, as they knew that it would be prime real estate for people making their way up and down. So you guys make your way back up to the Temple District, or where are you headed now? Or what do you guys want to do now that you're back?
Yeah, do we want to get paid? Do we want to get donuts? Do we want to drop off the gift? What's the plan?
We need to get donuts. I promised Poppy some donuts. I'm sure there's something on the way. Twisty bread or something. Spices and cinnamons.
It's
I mean, you
okay.
like something sweet or
Twisty
something
bread.
spicy, Poppy? Fenthwick, something sweet and spicy, maybe on the way to getting paid. We have to go back to the Temple District anyways. Eventually.
Mm.
Why don't we wait on the donuts? We can bring fresh donuts back to the prelate's house.
Oh, that's a good idea. What do you think, Poppy? It'll work for you.
Yes.
I mean,
There'll
we
be
could have
food at the
them,
manor.
if they have some coffee or some tea with the donuts would work well. I mean,
Or a pint.
or a pint. I would agree.
Pint of donut holes.
Yep, those two. Okay. I'll look at Fenthwick. Poppy, keep your eye out for a twisty bread stand or something.
So
Aye, aye.
you guys head back the way you came, back towards the market district, towards the manor district, going around the canals, back towards Stonewater Manor.
It's a circuitous route, but it was good in case we were like trying to throw off
Yeah.
the scent of people following us or tracking us with magic. We're just a cautious bunch. That's all.
So you could either take the path you guys originally went to Stonewater Manor, or Halbar, you would know that passing by the River's Ruby again, you could take the path to Stonewater Manor there as well.
I gestured to
Belladin doesn't
Fenthwick.
want to go.
We
anywhere
can go
near
that
this.
way or that way. I mean,
Surprise me.
okay. I look at Belladin. Go around? I mean, we're just walking today, right?
Yeah, I don't want to go by that place again, especially after I left the stink bomb in there.
Oh, that was you? I thought
Yeah.
it was, all right, let's go around.
All right, so it takes you a little bit longer to go around, but you do make your way eventually to Stonewater Manor. Once again, passing the destruction, people are starting, you see the guards and craftsmen starting to repair some of the damage. You make your way towards the outer gate once again. As you guys approach, the guards recognize you, as apparently they've been told that you have been granted to Stonewater Manor as you wish by the magistrate.
Did we forget the donuts again?
I didn't see any on the
Give
way,
me
did
a
you?
Perception check. Give me a perception check, Poppy. You were keeping an eye out.
I'd like to help, as that's possible.
14. You find not donuts, but more kind of like stuffed pita
Hmm.
filled with kind of like a deep fried fritter, somewhat like falafel.
Oh my god, I need freaking Greek food tomorrow now. Why'd you do this to me, Richard?
All right. If that's the case, then we buy a bunch of it.
It's super cheap, couple copper. It's tasty, but it's nothing like fancy. This is but you see all manner of people buying it. You
It's
see
like-
both kind of the workers,
Perfect.
Oh, Belladin loves it. It's
Cheap
the
and
food of the
sweet.
people.
yeah, but you see both, but you also see some more well-dressed people stopping by and buying some as well, and also what you would imagine some people buying a large order, putting it in a basket, dressed more like a servant, and going off, maybe bringing it to a household.
Belladin still really doesn't understand the concept of money, so he tips. There's like a little tip jar there. I'm assuming he tips 2
Uh-huh.
gold.
the young girl who is serving eyes widen and immediately grabs the tip jar and like looks around and like pours its content into like a safety box, like a safe box that she has under the cart, and then
And,
the chip dart back up.
and we buy a lot where like Poppy's carrying it, and you just see her pigtails.
Yeah,
as she's
On the other
carrying it.
side, because
Yeah.
it's covering her
Yeah.
face. That's great.
like you guys order so much, like there's a little bit of a even how with how dead the streets are, there were still like I said, there's still like workers and guardsmen and still people going at their business, and there still seemed to be this cart seemed to have a good amount of traffic even with the amount of like kind of the deadness of the streets. And you guys ordered so much that you guys kind of cause a little bit of a backup. And there are
Gotta make
people
more.
now kind of like yeah, like
The-
there are people like wondering like what the hell, like who is this like
They don't usually have to wait for more to be made, so they're like,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers.
yeah. But you guys get your falafel pitas and
And at the same time, Poppy has one in her mouth too.
so they have two sauces on the side. One is more of like a spiced yogurt sauce, kind of like a garlic tzatziki, and one is more of a spiced like vinegar hot sauce. And you can put one or the other or both.
Both.
That's why we can only
Yeah.
see your pigtails, because you're eating, as you're carrying them and walking.
Man, I might get mama's kebab. Anyway, this is the problem when you guys get me started on food. I'll just keep going off. But,
I'm yelping for lunch tomorrow right now.
So you guys eventually make your way to Stonewater Manor. The cards give you now they give you a little bit of a look as Poppy is. You guys are all munching on falafel, pound of them, but they still let you in without, any trouble. So you make your way through the inner kind of entry building, where you're very familiar with now as you were there a couple nights ago, through the inner courtyard, the inner kind of grounds, through the other secondary gate now to the inner courtyard. With that, you guys are in the main kind of chamber, and one of the servants. Yes, sirs. How may I be of assistance?
We're
We were
looking for
told
what's his face, the one that's in charge.
Commander Ian. Then,
That would be the man.
I will notify him that you are requesting his presence. One moment, please. And he goes off. And after a few minutes, he returns with Commander Ian himself. Yes, I was told by the magistrate that the trial is on hold while you are out. Gather more evidence. Do you have something to report to me, or is anything else that I can do for you at this time? And he looks
Came to
just,
our payment for work services rendered.
of course, of course.
You see Belladin in the background rubbing his fingers together in the Universal Sun money.
Of course. I'm sorry, I was planning on giving it to you the other day after the trial, but
We understand things happened.
Okay,
the
it's,
trial's on hold.
it's
You
after
have
the
to
trial.
leave, apparently. Well, the trial's still on hold while you gather new evidence, yes? That is what the magistrate...
Yes, that's correct.
And Halbar glares at the guy and nods. He looks at Fenthwick and kind of gives him the thumb. Yeah, what he said. Let's chop chop.
And this guy, he just looks like middle management government
Mhm.
employee, just way overworked, doing way more than what he's being paid for. It's just like, yes, I'll get your payment. That was 400 gold, I believe.
400. I thought it was 5.
I thought it was 1,000.
It was 5, Poppy.
500 gold each, correct?
That sounds about right.
That'll pay for your resurrection of the count, whatever you call it.
Yes. To be quite honest, your contract is somewhere. If that was not the amount, well, the services you are rendering now for the magistrate and what you've done, they can't fire me twice, can they? So 500 gold each. And the servant goes off again. And after a few minutes, a small chest is presented to you, opened, and it is filled with gold. As I've said, I hope this fulfills the contract to your satisfaction. I thank you for your services, and honestly, things might have gone quite worse if you had not been where you were and done what you've done. So thank you. Whatever happened or whatever might happen to myself, I thank you for helping keep the city somewhat safe.
You're
That's our
welcome.
goal, to keep everywhere we go somewhat safe.
Here, have some.
Oh, and he looks for a second like this isn't like, proper decorum for the city administrator, and he just kind of like, you see his shoulders just kind of like droop for a second. He's like, and thank you, and takes it and just takes a huge bite. Oh, I haven't had one of these in ages.
Maybe we'll pick up one on the way tomorrow, because we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I imagine the company of the Northern Legions will arrive by then, and he kind of gives you a look like, give me an insight check, Hal.
The Northern Legions, huh?
That's what, the Legions of the North Ward. 14. He kind of gives you a look like,
I want to use lucky
go for it.
to try again. Oh, it was almost 18. I'll take the 14.
He's trying to communicate with you specifically, so it's not like it's too hard, right? He's giving you a look like the arrival of the Duke himself should not be like announced. Like when he's saying like, yes, the company from the Northern Legions will arrive tomorrow, and he's like, don't say anything else.
Well, see you tomorrow.
Yes, I hope that this new lead you're pursuing prove fruitful in untangling this mess. I have to get back to my duties. There's quite a bit of petitions for damages, funeral arrangements, business interruptions. Thank you, little one, for the snack. And he takes another. He just like takes like 2 more big bites and finishes it, and just like gives you guys a nod, mouthful, and then.
Real quick, Randy, is your count of the gold includes what's in the bag of holding? Because I have notes that there's a certain amount of gold in the bag of holding.
My note should cover everything.
Okay, then I will delete the gold that's in the bag of holding.
What do you have in the bag of holding?
I have 1,000 gold in the bag of holding.
Yeah, that would have been in.
Did it say where it came from? Because I tried to list it.
This 1K gold came from Pepples. This was Pepples' gold.
Yeah. I included that in our accounting.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so let me delete that and the bag of gems then.
It's okay if I destroy my made-up economy. I'll just make a way to fix it.
Yay.
Suddenly, all gold is devalued.
Yeah.
In my campaign, I just came up with expensive things that the party can invest in for infrastructure. So I made it infinitely more complicated for myself.
So now I guess Randy's gonna add.
You get.
I would say everybody can just put this in their own pocket. We got paid individually.
So there is actually 2,500 in this chest, as there were 5 of you when you made the contract.
So 500 gold into the bag of holding then, right?
Yep.
Because that's like party gold.
Sure, why not?
That can be used to buy more diamonds if I
easy math.
People.
I agree.
All right, 500 gold in the bag of holding.
Well, I can put it on our account sheet.
But individually, we're all also getting 500 gold.
That's what I put.
Belladin is just beside himself. There's so much money.
Can I convert that to platinum?
If you get to a bank.
But
We
isn't that
didn't
like
specify.
walk around with $100 bills trying to spend them?
We go back to the vendor. All right, here's a platinum. Can I get one
One
piece of bread?
Yeah.
They're just like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
Okay, if that's the case, then I will put my 500 in the bag of holding.
Are we doing coins have weight?
Apparently, because I get encumbered when I add 500 gold.
Oh, that's not how my character's set up. Let me look. I might not be able to hold this.
No, I don't do it.
That's fine. We just won't do it for, because you guys could just put it in the bag of hold. Then it would just
No need to make it comp. Ignore coin weight. Yep.
All right, let me change mine then.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? You're the chamber, the main hall, Stonewater Manor. Still, kind of. You have people, servants, and guards walking by, acknowledging. No one's like, unless you ask someone to do something, people are just kind of leaving you alone. Not sure what
Head
your
back
place
to the
is
Temple
and what you're doing.
District.
All right. It would take probably, let's see, about 45 minutes to get there. If everyone could roll me perception check.
There it is.
Ew.
We're so obsessed with the bread. Oh, there we go. Except for Fenwick. Fenwick's not eating.
Okay. You guys make your way
Making our way.
to the to the temple district without any incident. There, you knock on the door, lets you all in. There's kind of a tense moment where he first creaks open the door and sees who, actually there's a little portcullis thing, sees
Nice.
it's you all, relaxes, has to look up through the portcullis because it's a door fight.
Oh, I would have think that when he looked, the only thing he sees was
Yes,
a
was
mountain
Poppy.
of lava.
Yeah, it was a bunch of falafel.
Yep.
First he's confused, we don't actually. I could use a full. Hold on. He thinks you guys are thinks you're selling them, and then sees it's you guys, and they're sitting, Prelate, the magistrate, and Marisol.
Though the mound looks noticeably smaller since it has been 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there any left by the time we get there?
They all look towards you as you enter. Marisol jumps up and runs to Hal, and then kind of realizing that what she did in front of everyone, kind of just shyly, leans up next to you, and you guys have made it back to the temple district in Prelate Diona's home with snacks and jewelry.